Howdy, howdy, ho. So right now it is only me. But everybody should be joining in just a little bit. But yeah, we have some fun things on the docket for today. But before we get started, especially because it's going to be on YouTube, hello. We're the Custodians, and I'm Rhett, the only one on time. Have any questions for us? This is the time to ask. Like, I'll give you one. How's your guys' day been? I gotta tell you, does sickness have a smell? I'm gonna say yes. Depends on the sickness, though. Howdy ho, Horace. Yeah. No, stop. The lazy Hokage, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see if I can get that back up. Yeah, Gabe should be with us soon. Joe's gonna be a little later, and then our surprise guest, Leah, should be there a little after. So I'm not gonna get into the meat and potatoes just quite yet. Not until I get at least one more person in here. Tried watching both Twitch and YouTube, and it's just hurting my head. Well, prefer if you watch Twitch. Trying to build that up a little bit. How's the mic sounding? I know in the MHA reaction it was a little quiet. I don't know if I can turn it up anymore. Howdy, Ollie. Like, can you hear this? Like, how loud was that? All right, perfect. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah. This might have been kind of left in the air during the reaction. But yeah, Redestro is absolutely not Destro. Alright, just want to make that clear. Redestro's not Destro. I'm sorry, I just thought I heard something. But no, yeah, Redestro is not Destro. That's a fact. Shit, what was it? There was something else I wanted to talk about. Fuck. Yeah, I've been, so the first time I did the music, in the background, I was just kind of testing it out. And, you know, I had it, like, kind of where I wanted it to be, in the beginning for the audio, and then just neglected to check and see if that changed at all, during the rest of the audio file, because I was like, you know, it's going to stay consistent. It didn't. It got really loud in certain areas. So now, thank you. I'm Rimuru Simp. Ayo. Thank you for the follow. But, as I was saying, but I still really liked the music. I liked having it in the background. It made it feel a little homey. Because, you know, we have pretty long videos, and I know, you know, whenever I like to watch YouTube, I typically am doing something in the background, and having that music just kind of makes it feel a little cooler. And so I really focused this time around, you know, getting the feedback on this time around, making sure that I checked where the peaks in audio were so I could level it out. So, yeah. Let's see. There was something I was thinking of earlier. I think it might have had something to do with Gigantomachia. I mean, I'm sure we're going to talk a shit ton about Gigantomachia. I mean, he was, for lack of a better term, a big fucking deal. Yeah, Cookie, I get it, but I think I'm gonna keep trying the music for a while now. I'm gonna mix it up more. I think I definitely like the background jazz music more than like the background lo-fi. That's kind of just me. Let's see. Just want to make sure I'm getting both sides of the chat here. But yeah, any questions for me so far? So what are we doing in the stream today? Now that is a good question. So as you may be able to see, right on here, we have a arc tier list. We're gonna be ranking arcs up until our current arc, that being My Villain Academia. Although we're gonna put that squarely in the haven't finished category. So, but that's gonna be step one. Next is gonna be a little, depending on how things go, there is kind of like a little quiz thing I found that might be fun to do. But usually internet quizzes are like, what's Midoriya's name? And then, so of that quality. But Battle Wheel, right here, this tab. All right, this is going to be fun. Thing is, though, I need another person here for that. How's your day been? My day's been pretty darn good. Got some work done. Tried to we had to do some logistic stuff because we've never done streams like this before. Or, we're not in the same room. Had to figure that out. And kind of had to figure out what to do on the docket for today. Because honestly, kind of forgot it was Sunday. And we couldn't, not do 2 streams in a row. So, I had to get creative. And I think it's going to be good. Do you like jazz? I love jazz. I also love a B movie, so. Title of the stream. Yep. Yeah, if you gonna get to the why that title of the stream is the way it is. For what was cut in the episode. I don't look at the YouTube comments, at least for about a week after. Just ever since the Black Whip reaction, when we had just so many more new people who didn't kind of know how we do things, we've made it so we don't look at the comments. At least not until Chet goes through them. Yep. Yeah, we don't look at the comments. At least not until they've been, checked out. Sure. I meant same here with some of the arcs. A lot of them are pretty short. I gotta move this somewhere. Oh, not that. A lot of them are pretty short, and I kind of just mesh them together. Yeah, maybe that's a little too big. Let's try that. But we're gonna rank them the way that they're shown to us here. Anime is doing weird stuff with the timeline right now. Yeah, that's what we've been told. Hold on, just 1 second. I'm gonna go quick turn off my heater before it becomes an oven in this room. Yeah, that's what we've been told due to the arc switch, and it is really confusing, because I feel like there would have been significantly more tension in MVA had we not known if anybody, at least from, Love, was going to make it. We don't necessarily know if anybody from MILF's going to die. But, and I guess to be fair, just because we saw them at the table doesn't mean that they're still in tip-top shape. Like, they could be, you know, out of the game. You know, they might not be frontliners anymore. You know, from whatever, you know, maybe someone's quirk is, you know, hurt them too much, or they actually were like just regularly physically damaged too much. Start being rearranged for future episodes. How many like episodes are left? Well, yeah. The movie, I imagine, is the reason. Ah, Gabe's here.
Hello.
Hold
Are you
up.
already streaming?
Yeah, we're already streaming.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna. Oh, you fucked it up, Gabe. You fucked it up. I gotta fix things here. All right.
Should I open up Streamlabs or what should I do?
I mean, you can.
Okay, I just didn't know if you wanted me to.
Because right now, everybody can see you. They're saying hi.
Chat, how y'all doing?
Sorry, I've been drinking a lot of diet soda, so I'm gonna be.
Look at you.
All right. Well, let's just hit transform, reset transform. Ah!
Oh, it does show the
Comments?
Well, right now the screen's black, but I can't. This is kind of weird.
What?
Like, the screen is black, but I can see the chat box going, but there's no words. It's just people's names going by, so I can't actually see it. So I'm gonna have to watch us on Twitch instead.
Sorry, folks. Had this all nice and neatly set up, and then Gabe utterly and very quickly obliterated it. If you can't see it, Ali's saying hi.
I can't see anything, but hi, everybody.
So, yeah, we're gonna go through the, there has to be a faster way to do this. We're gonna go through the tier list first, and then we're gonna see how we feel after that. If we just want to go right into the,
It's very unfortunate because my roommate is currently talking to his parents, so that's cool.
They can barely hear it.
Oh, okay.
And by barely, I mean we're learning every single gritty detail of this person's life. Isn't that right, chat?
So I think the way I'm going to have to do this is have the Twitch open for the chat and then Discord open for the screen. Or something like that.
That's fine. Now, I know what you might be thinking, chat. Wait,
Yeah,
but aren't you just completely cutting Gabe out of the frame? And my response would be, yes.
I can't believe you've done this.
But then if I do that, and just repeat the process. Oh.
Yeah.
Transform. Edit transform. God, this is going to be such a fucking pain in the ass when Joe gets here. And Leah. Fuck
if
me.
he gets here.
If he gets here.
Yeah.
Alright, let's call this
500. I mean, Leah's
500.
not going to have a camera.
No, that's true. But when she enters
Even
the
if
Discord
she
call,
does,
she's going to still fuck up the framing.
Oh.
So, yay!
My roommate's talking about how I do reaction videos with his parent.
Tell him to subscribe. No, but yeah. If we're going to get a heavy perspective on Spinner this arc, count me the fuck in.
Yeah, so fill me in on what I've missed. I don't know how long you've done it, so fill me in.
We start we started exactly at 7:30.
Exactly, that's okay. So what did I miss?
Just some highs and stuff like that.
Also, you haven't gone over anything yet?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Oh, no, well, we did go over one thing. Redestro is absolutely not Destro.
No. He does look a lot. Is it just that he has the same mask?
I
Because
mean,
was that picture...
that picture gave him the same mask, but he also says that the Meta Liberation whatever always needs a Destro, so he's playing
so
the
he
part
just-
of...
He took the title of Destro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope,
Got
that's
it.
not what I want. That's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah! And now we're both here!
For some reason, the Twitch is just not loading. So we're going to do it through a browser instead.
Sorry, folks, we're still getting a little used to how we're gonna do this. ARC is going to be required reading for anime watchers. Maybe once the whole thing is done. Maybe.
A lot of people have been suggesting that one of us or all of us start reading manga after this arc goes past. Like, this season is done.
Maybe. I might do that. But are we ready to begin?
Yeah, I'm still... Yeah, let's go ahead and get started with it. I have to still get in. Oh, here we go.
I was gonna put a native tier, but I genuinely don't think there's any...
We don't need one.
I don't think there's any arc in My Hero that's truly native tier.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm. So let's you want to just get started. You can see the tier list screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have us opened up on Twitch and on Discord, so this is a little weird for me.
Fantastic. I have us opened up that way as well.
I have it so then I can see the chat going in. But yeah, so is it USJ? No,
nah, the first one is the Shia Hasaikai Overhaul arc.
Wait, what about... Oh, we're not doing it in order.
Yeah, we're not doing it in order.
Okay.
This one is going squarely into S tier.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Agree with that.
Wasn't there a presentation mode?
Yeah, it's kind of like with Avatar. There's no bad arcs or shitty arcs. There's just not as good ones.
Yeah.
Because even as much as this arc has, like, the joint training arc was like not really important, I wouldn't consider it like terrible.
I gotta edit the chat box now. Can't have black on black.
Oh my god, just leave it as one thing.
What do you mean?
Just have it be white.
Well, it was black to begin with because we were on a white background, and then we moved to this, and so. What? There we go. Done. Change. Anyways, so, yeah, Shia Hasaikai Overhaul, fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely great.
Or S.
Not only are we introduced to Sir Night Eye, Mirio, Overhaul himself, Eri, all that stuff, but we have some of the most tension in any fight. We have some of the most losses in any arc ever, both with Big Sis Magni, Overhaul's arms, Mirio's quirk, Night Eye himself.
And not to mention, I think the stakes from this arc are still present.
With the quirk destroying bullets. And like, in a way, the lack of Mirio's own quirk. Because Mirio was an absolute, powerhouse.
And now the presence of Eri in the show. She wasn't just, oh, they rescued her and now they're done with her. It's, they rescued her and now she's a part of the school. And she is such a big, thing going on, and how she can be game breaking, that they need to keep her under wraps, or at least learn how to work with her.
I don't get
it's still something that's going on.
Yeah.
So I 100%
can
agree with that. And then we also did see a glimpse of top tier Midoriya, what he can be.
Yes, infinite 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. So that's a solid S tier. The provisional licensing exam.
That's when they fought All Might, right?
No, the provisional licensing exam is when they get their provisional license.
Oh, I was thinking of different. I was thinking of okay.
This is the one where we're introduced to Inasa, Shiketsu, other
schools,
school,
yeah.
Miss Choke.
I thought it was okay.
I'm not putting it in A yet. I had to drop it.
I wouldn't put it in A. I mean, I liked getting to see the other hero schools and meeting all the new characters, and because we also got to meet Evil Midoriya, which I know was always a fun
Shindo.
joke. Yeah, always fun to talk about. But we got to see a little bit of development with Bakugo, and then we also got to like kind of figure out and see like.
Does the provisional licensing exam arc include the Bakugo versus Midoriya? It seems like it does.
Yeah, that would. If that's the case, I bring it up. I was gonna say put him in B or C,
but just the Bakugo fight alone, like,
I think is A.
It's not only incredibly well done, but it's incredibly important as well.
And it's very impactful.
So
it meant so much for Bakugo.
Yeah.
Because he's like, why were you chosen? Why you? Why and how can you? Why do you keep following me? Why are you here?
And we also, it was, Bakugo, we were finally getting to vent all of this internal frustration. All the, the fact that he blamed himself. Oh, thank you, Leon.
I can see the chat now, because it's white. Thank you. The words are white now. I'm okay with that.
So, the fact that he had bottled up all that, feelings on what had happened to All Might and being weak and stuff, and him now being officially a member of the All Might Secret Squad.
Yep.
So what do you say, B or A?
So including that, originally I was gonna say either put the arc in C or B, but I think if you include that, that's either B or A.
I don't know if it's enough, because I'm gonna put it in B.
I'm okay
for
with B.
now. It may move up. Thanks for stopping by, Ollie.
I thought it was, good. Bye, Ollie. There wasn't anything that like blew my mind. Like the Bakugo fight, that was like the only thing that I guess would blew me away, and was something I wasn't expecting. And I remember we were talking about it in high school. We were saying, "Oh, who do you think's gonna win?" I thought Midoriya was gonna win.
We bet money on it. We bet money on it. Yeah.
I think it was like $5 or $10. You said Bakugo was gonna win.
Yep.
And I remember
that's why you always
he
vote
hit him
for
with
red.
the kick. I remember watching. He hit him with the kick, and then Bakugo's like, "I'm not gonna let you beat me," and then he moved in, blew him into the ground. It was really good, but yeah, no, there wasn't anything that like, blew me away with this arc, so I'm okay with putting it in B.
B, nice. The remedial courses. This is with Inasa, Todoroki, and Bakugo, and Kami as they try to get their professional licensing arcs. This was the win those kids' hearts thing.
I would say either C or D. I'm not really. Not really.
I mean, there's that awesome scene with Endeavor.
It was enjoyable. No, it was enjoyable, but like.
Yeah. Something's got to go into D, guys. Something's got to go into D.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. I would say either C or D. I'm more inclined to D, though.
I would say it's low D.
We got more Bakugo development with it.
Yeah.
But that was like, it just put it in D.
I think just the most important stuff is the Endeavor stuff, and maybe just like the actual physical evidence of quark singularity theory.
Mm-hmm.
Quark singularity, yeah.
Never put it in C.
Yeah, I'll put it in C.
I gotta disagree. I have to disagree, but if I'm outvoted, this one's high D. Yes, I agree. This is ridiculous.
I'll keep it in C for now. I might move it down. School festival arc.
I'd say either B or A.
I think it's great. If it's
going in B, I would put it above the professional licensing exam.
I think it's great. One, we get to, obviously, Gentle Criminal and La Brava.
Yeah.
Just fucking fantastic. Love those guys. And
Everyone's saying S tier.
just the fucking the Aries with the visualization of overhaul being blown away. That's just good. That's just really good. It's
And then the
definitely
sports festival itself.
it's
or the school
definitely my
festival itself.
favorite, let's say, off arc. So like we've talked about this before. We had the off and the on arc.
We had the interviewer guy, and then we had the actual school festival itself, which I thought was
The
very
interviewer was
enjoyable.
not the school festival.
He wasn't?
No, he was right before Overhaul because he was the anime original recap episode.
Oh. Yeah, everybody's saying the school festival is S tier.
I'm gonna put it above the provisional license exam.
That's what I said.
The Bakugo fight. Okay, the Bakugo shit is
we also got
easy
we also
S
got
tier.
Air
I want you
Force.
guys to know that.
We also did get Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
With
I want you guys to know the Bakugo fight, like second Bakugo fight in the provisional licensing exam is S tier. But T Lady and Color Ninjas. I mean, it was cool seeing. I like T Lady a lot more than Color Ninjas just because we got to see Momo think her way out of something and utilize her teammates, which is cool.
She got to outsmart someone whose whole quirk was about making themselves smarter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm okay with that.
Pro Hero arc. I think this is a solid A. This is Endeavor versus High End. It's really short.
I mean, I honestly thought he was gonna die.
Dude, I remember.
I genuinely, he was getting
like when we
ass
saw
blasted.
Endeavor get through the smoke. All three of us, you, Joe, and I, we were on your couch and we all stood up and went yeah when we saw it.
I thought he was gonna fucking die. He was getting his ass.
I think it's too short to justifiably be an S tier, but I think it's fantastic and it should be absolutely high.
It has a lot of development for Endeavor.
Or just being able to show that in development.
It was the first steps he had to take to becoming the #1 hero and to showing that he was worthy of becoming the #1 hero. Because honestly, if it wasn't for that, he probably, I think, would still be having to work on himself becoming the #1 hero compared to where he is now. Because like now he's like even like super small crimes. He's there. He's always there. He's everywhere at all point in time. He's like Spider-Man, and this one, and it even showed the public, because I don't know where he was. Like I know he was #2 hero, but I don't know where he was in terms of like popularity.
He wasn't like #1 in terms of popularity because Hawks talks about it. He's like in terms of popularity, it's Best Genius is #1.
Yeah, but I honestly wouldn't imagine that he was too high. But this fight that he had with the High-End Nomu definitely got him over with the public, which was huge for him as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put that in A.
I'm okay with that being an A tier. Yeah.
The joint training arc, 1A versus 1B.
I disagree with a lot of people. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. We got to see everybody from Class B. Finally got to see everybody from like what all the quirks and abilities were from Class B. We got to meet all the characters from Class B. We didn't get too much out of Class A that we hadn't already seen.
I think it's just above provisional arc and just below school festival, because it does give us a lot of stuff like indisputable victory with Bakugo, Flash Fire Fist with Todoroki, and of course Black Whip. Huge.
It changed a lot of people, because like after every match they would always say, hey, do this differently, and we know that that's going to be like carrying forward.
Yeah.
And they're going to like callbacks to that. I don't think it's as prevalent. But then we also got to see...
I'm putting it this high kind of solely because of Black Whip and what it did for the series. I don't think it's, like, structurally, I don't think it's as good as Provisional Licensing Exam.
That's okay. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I thought getting to see all the fights was really interesting. Getting to see all the comedic relief and not to mention a huge development for Bakugo. That when you look at like other reactors,
again showing that development for Bakugo.
Yeah, well, it was prevalent. It was his whole thing in his match, And like when you look at other reactors who react to that episode, like the title and like the thumbnail for all those videos are about Bakugo and like his development, because it was a really big part.
And
Of
it is
that arc.
cool. It is cool seeing it is cool seeing all the 1B characters. Like, without this arc, we would have no idea how cool Juzo was.
Mhm.
Like, so that's nice. But still, I think structurally the provisional licensing exam arc is superior. A lot to do with the stakes of everything. But just Black Whip, and
Yeah.
it's just so important to the world.
Not to mention that we have why am I thinking on his name?
Shinzo?
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why. I was looking at the cover and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy again? And we have Shinzo coming back. He's got his gear and he may or may not end up in 1A or 1B. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 1B though. I think it would be weird if he was put in 1A.
I think I would prefer for him to be in 1B, just because then it gives us more reason to be with 1B, because it's like, oh, and Shinzo's there as well.
Yeah.
I
am okay with that.
So the Love MILF just started it. Can't rate Love MILF. We just started it. Could be number one.
As big as the first episode was, the one that we just watched, as big as that was for My Villain Academia, we're only getting like little like bits and pieces of it.
Dude, when this is done, do you want to rank top 10 My Villain Academia arcs?
Totally.
The Gigantomachia arc.
Yes.
The Toga Retrieval arc. What's like another classic? Gigantomachia versus the Anti-Spiral.
Yeah. Twice Dilemma.
The Twice Dilemma. Yeah, so
what
we can't.
Does Spinner do?
And just so everybody knows, we're going based solely off the anime here. We are anime only, so we're not ranking things based off of how the manga did it, because we haven't read the manga and have no context. If this was Vigilantes, that'd be different. At least for me.
Rhett's got that, yeah.
Endeavor Agency.
I think it's our second shortest arc.
Let's see.
It was like, what, 4 or 5 episodes? Because we got the Endeavor Agency, we've got the Todoroki dinner, we got Ending, we got huge leap with Black Whip, Flash Fire Fist, and Bakugo, more mentality for Bakugo.
I think
a lot of realization with Endeavor about his family.
Easily the most important thing about this arc was the insight on Endeavor's like personal life. That and the 100,000 army strong MILF.
I would say either C or B.
Well, this one also introduces the Hawks.
Oh yeah, we do get to see Hawks. And we are introduced technically to Love MILF relationship in this one as well.
I'm gonna put it higher than Joint Training. I think the Endeavor itself is incredibly important. While the growth, like the physical growth of our characters, is important itself, I think the Hawks and Endeavor content is what really makes this arc. And the foreboding warning of like, yo dog, you got 4 months.
Do something with it. Get ready.
Either train these guys or fucking hide.
True.
And obviously
I'm okay with that.
And I think the Endeavor arc may be looked on less fondly by others, simply because of what happened with its release schedule.
The arc switch. Apparently, it was also a slower pacing in the anime in comparison to the manga.
You can tell. You can absolutely tell. If even like just think about last episode compared to the dinner episode in the Endeavor Agency.
With the last episode, it was just boom, 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 boom. Like, oh, Shiggy Operation, Gigantomachia, MILF Army, we get introduced to Gru. Feel Good Inc.
What is his name? Ujiko?
Yeah. Shaky
Um,
backstory. Like, it's everything.
yeah, so, but I'm gonna
Fucking
put
Frank or whatever the fuck his name was.
Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny. We get introduced to Johnny. Me and Joe were actually talking about earlier today, or we wouldn't really talk about it. Joe just stated, he was like, bro, I'm scared for all the things that Johnny can do.
He's so small, though. Can he have
but it's
multiple
like-
quirks?
Well, the whole point of a Nomu is that they have multiple quirks, because it's more than one person. So it's like... his
Kurogiri
body-
only has one quirk.
Well, technically he had multiple quirks made
That
into
were
one.
made into one.
Yeah, it could be that case, but I think it's more likely that he has multiple quirks, but his body's just so small that he can't have like any like strength enhance or breathe fire quirks. Like he probably has like hella utility quirks. Like, oh, I can get you out of there from any location.
I have a calming aura that surrounds me
Yeah.
so that people who are aggressive may not, try to kick your
Yeah.
ass as hard.
Thank you.
Thank you for name creative.
Thank you for having a creative name.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a what arc does the Shirakumo stuff fit
I
into?
would consider that into the either Endeavor Agency or the villain arc.
It's part of an arc that is
Gonna show in season 6.
Okay. Well, I'm happy where it is currently.
I'm okay with that.
The entrance exam.
Ah,
That's a
that's old.
It's the first arc. I think the first 2 episodes are fantastic. I think they're great. I think they're awesome. And then honestly,
I would put it.
I think the
either in
entrance
A or
exam.
B.
I think the entrance exam is pretty damn
I would
solid.
say- I think either an A or B. More likely an A. Just getting to see the tragedy of Midoriya for the first time, getting to see
The you
Bakugo
can
for
be
the
a hero scene.
Yep, and then being told you can be a hero. Getting to see how he felt about being a hero when it came with the Bakugo situation.
A Nomu
Like
baby.
how Bakugo was getting attacked by Slime Villain, and he still went in there, and then All Might passing on the quirk to him training, him going to the entrance exams,
Mhm.
breaking his body so then he could pass.
And not just pass, but save Uraraka.
Yeah. So I would say either B or A, but I'm more leaning towards A. I would say either the top of B or bottom of A.
I'm gonna put it top of B for now.
Okay.
Quirk apprehension test. I think this was like
Is that like the
quite
first
possibly
test?
one episode
Is
in the
this
anime.
Where he's like, hey, throw this ball.
Yup.
Isn't that run this far?
Run this lap. Stretch. Let's see. The quirk apprehension
I would
test.
D.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, just
it-
put it in D.
just due to its lack of content. I mean, it's not like there's nothing in
Plus,
it,
it doesn't. Yeah.
but there's one
I mean, we get to
moment,
see-
and that's
we
when
get to see
Midoriya is like,
feats. We get to see feats from people, like what everybody can do.
"Thank
But
you."
they're like super minimal. Thank you.
Why am I
It's
hearing that like a billion times?
M3. I can't. I don't know what this is supposed to sound like. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, no, keep that in D. I don't think there's really much to talk about on that.
Yeah, nah. Yep.
Yeah.
Battle Trial. This one's good. I don't know how good it is, but it's good.
What happened in the battle trial?
Midoriya
That
versus
wasn't-
Bakugo round 1.
Yeah, I mean.
This
like,
is when
besides that.
this is when he gives himself the name Deku.
I mean, I know there's the Midoriya Bakugo fight, but I mean, like, what else? Is there anything else?
That's it.
That's it.
I mean, we get to see Todoroki ice an entire building.
C.
We get to have a very fun Ida pretend to be a villain.
C. Put it in.
It's definitely higher than Remedial Course.
Only because of the Midoriya Bakugo fight.
Mineta does check out Momo's ass.
I mean, wouldn't you?
The USJ.
Either A or S.
A. This is our first exposure to villains. This is our first
we got
live
introduced
combat
to
rounds.
Villains, Shigaraki, Kurogiri. We got introduced to the Nomu. We got to see everybody, like what everybody could do in a combat situation, and a villain situation.
And it is perfect for demonstrating where Midoriya can be with All Might here. And it's
exceed.
And even when All Might shows up, it's not without its stakes.
Because especially considering that this Nomu is specifically designed
and All Might
and created
prior to the fight was already demonstrating that he seemed to be out of time. So
and that he was getting weaker.
Yes.
Because like immediately after the fight, he goes into mini might form.
Higher or lower than Pro Hero, you think?
It's basically the question comes down to who had a better fight, All Might versus Nomu or Endeavor versus Nomu? Who was better? Jeez.
Like it was the All Might Nomu fight that really got me like, okay, I think I love this show.
I'm gonna give it to the USJ fight purely because the music was better.
All right, I'm gonna put USJ above Pro Hero.
I would put it up there.
I think
I think there were more stakes with All Might versus.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put Pro Hero higher because there's another arc that's similar to the USJ that I think is better than both of them. I'm gonna get to that. Oh, bam! Right here.
Sports Festival.
I think this is quite possibly the best arc of the entire show.
I'm curious. Explain.
It gives good stakes. Sure, no one's gonna die, but everybody has a reason for wanting to win, and a loss isn't just a hunky-dory get. No, it's like a god damn it! It has fantastic character growth for Midoriya, Uraraka, Todoroki, and Bakugo. It introduces us to Tokoyami, like really. It introduces the concept of it's really our actual introduction to Todoroki.
I would say it's also a big introduction to a lot of the other 1A students. Plus, it was like our first glimpse of getting to see
the sports festival is like the joint training done to its best.
Maximum.
Now, if you can give me an argument for why Sports Festival goes below Overhaul, I'd believe it.
I would say the stakes are higher with the Overhaul arc in comparison to the Sports Festival.
Okay, I'd agree with you. I agree with you.
I would say they're a lot higher.
Personally, I can see it going either way.
I'm kind of torn on it.
And this arc is truly the beginning of where you look at Bakugo, and you should go, he's not just a jerk. He is, but if people just go, oh, that's all he is just an asshole, they're missing his character. Bakugo isn't just an asshole. He is the most dedicated and tenacious person in the show.
I guess I would say with the Overhaul arc, we did get a lot of concluding arcs for people. We got a concluding arc for Fat Gum and Kirishima. We got a concluding arc for Sun Eater.
I don't necessarily know if I'd say that Sun Eater's arc is complete, nor with Kirishima. I would say the only person that really has the only student who I said has a really complete arc would be Ida.
No, I would say his is complete because he when he first did his Unbreakable against the guy who did the drugs and no, not Rappa, because this comes after that.
Oh, the guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He goes, "This is my quirk at its maximum." Red Riot Unbreakable. That's the strongest his quirk can be. That's why I think it's like the end point for Kirishima. And then the introduction and then death of Mirio, or Lemillion, I would say the death of Lemillion, not Mirio. We got introduced to a lot of other pro heroes. And then we got the glimpse of Midoriya, but I would say that the stakes for this, not only did the arc itself have higher stakes, it has much more lasting effects. Talking about the quirk bullets and with Eri. And then we also...
I don't know, lasting effects is a little hard because the Todoroki is only the character he is now because of this.
I can't. I have to say that you have quirk destruction bullets. You get hit with these things, your quirk is gone. And as far as anybody's concerned, there's no way of
this arc is the reason why All Might had to fight All for One. Because Bakugo was shown he was getting his medal and he was restrained, and this was the event that made the League of Villains go, let's add this guy to the list. Thus having him being kidnapped in the summer camp, and thus the Bakugo retrieval arc. So the lack of All Might, I'm going to say, is the biggest lasting effect.
If you want to talk about something that is game-breaking for the future, you have to bring up Eri, though.
True.
You have to bring up someone whose quirk is game-break, is...
We put All Might higher than Eri.
It doesn't matter. Her quirk is society-changing.
Well, so is All Might.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You have to group them up. Her quirk is society training, and she's not off the radar. People know where she is. The Love MILF, if they find out about her, it's not just about taking down Hero Society. It's taking down Hero Society and then taking it over.
Well, Love already knows about it. Love already knows about it.
If they know, well, okay then. If they know about Eri and what she can do and what the Shiisakai did with her, why not get her? If she's on the opposing side and she can't do anything about it, that's game breaking. Especially even
wait, are you saying that, like, why haven't they? Are you saying? Oh my
God,
what happened?
If they do that.
I personally, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I just think that no All Might. Now, it is a little bit of a stretch to count that for the sports festival, because that has its own arc over here, and trust me, we're gonna get to this one. But no All Might is, I think, more devastating than Eri existing from a narrative and in-universe standpoint.
So you don't think that he would have showed up if Bakugo wasn't there?
What?
So the whole reason why he was there was to get Bakugo, right? Because he was kidnapped.
Yeah.
So say Bakugo didn't get kidnapped and there was no retrieval arc. All for One would still show up. And All Might would still go and fight him.
I mean, not necessarily.
They wouldn't have to go. Why wouldn't he? What? Why wouldn't he show up?
Because the whole reason that this event even happened was because Bakugo was kidnapped.
I understand that. But if All for One shows up anyways, why wouldn't All Might?
Why would All for One show up? I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves anyways. That's a discussion for this arc. I'm fine putting it below this.
I don't know. I still think that the stakes were higher for the overall arc, and that's why it puts itself above it. I think it's above the sports festival. I love the sports festival. I love it to death. But the overall arc was amazing. That's also true. All for One would have eventually done something, and All Might would have fought him.
Well, eventually, but not necessarily at the Camino Ward.
No, but the Bakugo situation just forced their hands, especially All Might's. It didn't necessarily.
So it was Bakugo, which is the linchpin factor here again. You could say, oh, All Might was always gonna die because he's fucking human and he's just gonna die eventually. But It's a little bit different than the conversation. All right, but moving on. Hero Killer Stain beats both of them.
I would say A.
What?
Don't get me wrong. I love Stain.
What?
But it, like, I like I liked the arc, but it didn't like blow me out of the water.
It's so fucking important to the grand scheme of things. Like this arc is the reason why the League. Okay, the League of Villains probably gonna grow anyways. But this Stain was so pivotal. Oh my god, pivotal
Breathe.
to where the League is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the reason why Toga and Dobby and Spinner are there. And
but they were already
it's
there.
the what? No, they weren't.
They weren't in the League of Villains?
No, they weren't. Not yet.
Oh, I thought they were. I thought they were in there from the beginning. Like, I knew that they were Stain fanatics and they followed him, but I didn't think that they weren't there. I thought they had been there from the beginning.
No, they were not there since the beginning. It's also Todoroki using his fire. The first time we got to see Endeavor in action.
Wait, Todoroki used his fire in the sports festival, though.
Like the first time in like a regular
I thought you meant this is the first time we see him.
No. That's sports festival. I'm talking about like he's on like an active like I'm cool with this kind of headspace.
So what's your argument then for why it should? Where do you think it should be?
It's definitely S. It's definitely S.
Do you think it's S?
I think it's absolutely S. Because it also shows like, you know, with Midoriya, like how, you know, the whole, you know, sticking your nose in business that, you know, that isn't yours is the essence of being a hero. How Stain saw like the true hero in him. How Stain became one of the first like kind of, you know, jabs at Hero Society that like really stuck. Like his important, you know, his influence on the League of Villains. And most importantly, Ida's character arc. Ida's character arc is completed here.
I thought you said his character arc was completed when he had Recipro Turbo.
No, that is not what I said. I said the only character whose arc was completed in the time of the joint training arc was Ida, because his was completed in the Hero Killer arc.
So his arc got completed twice?
No. When you were bringing it up, like, so many arcs were completed, I said the only character the only student who has a complete arc is Ida, which happened in the Hero Killer arc.
I thought you were saying it. But you said before that when he did the Recipro Turbo for 10 minutes.
No, I did not say that.
You have.
I didn't.
Yes,
no, I did not. And that doesn't even make sense. Why would his turbo? Why would him getting turbo for 10 minutes mean his arc's complete?
Because his quirk can't go past that.
It totally can.
You said it in the episode.
No, I did not.
Completed.
No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I will.
Yes, you did.
There's no reason on Earth for me to say that his arc would be complete because of Recipro Turbo.
I'm only going off of what you said.
I don't think you are. I think you're misremembering things. I think you are misremembering
you always
things.
think I'm misremembering things.
And I'm right most of the time, Gabe.
No, you said this in the fucking video.
Anyways, Hero Killer Stain.
I mean, I don't got no say.
I'll put it at the bottom of S. Final exams. Is definitely higher than remedial course. This is the one where Bakugo and Midoriya fight All Might.
All Might? Yeah, I know.
Let's see. I mean, this one's important because it's the first kind of dialogue, like genuine dialogue between Bakugo and Midoriya. it's them forced to work together. I don't think it's higher than the battle trial. Ooh. I don't think it's higher than the battle trial. In fact, I think you could definitely make an argument that the battle trial should be higher. Forest training camp. Oh, nope.
A or S?
I think it's A. Again, really high stakes. Cool character, both interaction and showings. Like Todoroki and Bakugo having to work together.
Real introductions for Class 1B.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
For the first real test for Midoriya having to solo fight Muscular.
I think the Muscular fight in and of itself ranks it either high B or low A. Yep. But account with like Bakugo's kidnapping and our like Tokoyami and Moonfish.
Yeah, I was just about to say how we got a real introduction to how powerful his quirk can be, and then we also just got the overall training and development of people's quirks and like the new moves that they were doing, and like a glimpse of what they could potentially do with their quirks.
I think it's either top of B or bottom of A.
I would say bottom of A.
Bottom of A? Okay.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I kind of like usually I consider the Bakugo training stuff its own, like the Bakugo training, my god. Bakugo retrieval stuff its own arc, like the moment Bakugo gets kidnapped all the way up to after the All Might fight. Personally, I think this is the single most important arc of the entire show.
Yeah.
Like in terms of impact,
all for one.
Both literally and figuratively, this arc has the most impact in terms of both bodily collisions and effects on the story. Yeah. As well, we get to see our heroes go against, like, they have to go against the law.
Ultimate villain.
They have to fight their, like, a huge amount of fear. And they have to, and yet, they still work together to save Bakugo. Mm-hmm. And in the end, Leah just said that she's almost ready to go. Wow, Leah's gonna beat Joe.
I don't think Joe's coming.
Well, he should say that if he's not. He shouldn't just ghost, or I'm gonna kick him in the kidney. Yeah, I think it's the single most important arc of the entire show. Even
I would say
to right now, to this point.
Even in addition to that, the impact that it had on Bakugo and Midoriya.
The impact it had. If we're talking about impact, there's not an arc that is more impactful than this one, in both on the characters and on society. It is the. It's kind of like what's the end of the beginning is like the name of the episode. The next episode at least. Like this completely changes the structure of the entire show, because now we don't have our instant magic win button.
Yeah.
Like and All Might is the freaking linchpin for Hero Society. So the fact that he's gone means that it is easy for it to tumble. I think there's not an arc. I honestly will be hard pressed to see if there's an arc that is more important than this one.
I mean, we'll probably eventually get one.
I'm sure we will, but even now, I don't see how MVA could be as important as this. Like the only thing that could match it is if Shiggy does in fact get all for one. And even then, Shiggy getting all for one, I don't think is quite. It's not quite as big as All Might losing one for all.
It doesn't make him the end all be all yet.
Mm-hmm. I think
like eventually he'll be. Do you think? Here's a question for you. Do you think Shigaraki will eventually be stronger than All Might?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by stronger. Obviously, if you mean physically stronger, I'm gonna say no. Though if he gets all for one, he technically could be. But like if he let's see, because we know for a fact that if
like when I say like more powerful, just in general, more power. Who's do you think Shigaraki could be? Or do you think he could be more powerful than All for One, since he would become the new one? Do you think he would become the more powerful All for One? Because they've even said he has unlimited potential, unlimited energy, infinite energy.
yeah, but I don't know if that means like this isn't like Hulk or something where it's like nah, he can like literally just keep on going. But I think it's interesting because All for One has like a minimum of like 150 years of experience and quirk combination stuff. And like especially if we're talking about All Might in his prime had to be a goddamn force in nature considering how fucking powerful All Might Weekend was. And even if we don't take the 60 times stronger as fact, like what he says in the USJ, where it's like, it took 300 hits to knock this guy out, but when I was in my prime, it had only taken 5. Or it's like, he's 60 times stronger. Even if we don't take that as fact, he still had to have been ludicrously powerful. Like, think of it this way. Would All for One create something or let something hang around him that was stronger than him?
Well, no, that's why it's after though.
No. I'm not talking about Shigaraki. You say no? All for One would not create or let something run around him that's stronger than him.
No.
So we are to believe that Gigantomachia must be weaker than All for One.
Yes, I would assume so. I feel like it's a safe bet to
Gigantomachia soloed a mountain.
I understand that, but mountains don't move. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that All Might is the only other person that's stronger than All for One in the world. So
you're missing my point. My point is, he didn't go, Gigantomachia, aid me in taking down All Might. He went, Gigantomachia, fucking hide. Get out of here, dog. Like, I may need you for later. So if he was, I assure you, Prime All Might would have probably handedly have beaten Gigantomachia.
I mean, I'm not
my whole point being that even if like Shigaraki on paper, like logically could be as strong as All for One, it's just really fucking hard to believe.
I mean, I think it's possible.
Could he be more dangerous?
I think
it's a different.
I think it's possible for Shigaraki and Midoriya to both, go past All Might.
Could he be more dangerous? Is a different conversation, I think. Because like before he even gets All for One, which is what we assume that procedure is for, he was, doing a Daiaka to Daiaka City. So that must mean that during his, battle with Gigantomachia, he has to have improved his quirk to the point where he can start doing area of effect attacks. And if it just, like, if his decay can, like, spread to shit or, like, affects just, like, a certain area now, that's a real fucking problem.
Yeah. That's getting into city-busting territory. And that's just off of one quirk.
Exactly. So if you strap multi-city block level decay onto either a slew of new quirks or just the ones that we saw All for One have last, which it could be either or really, he becomes a threat. The only issue though being is that I don't think he could handle any of the quirks nearly as well as All for One could. Of course, that being said, he would almost certainly be able to handle his disintegration quirk perfectly fine because it's the one he's
well then, how about, do you think that Prime Midoriya, which is where we are and which I'm going to assume is what we're just going to see in general from Midoriya throughout the entirety of the show and the manga and the series, do you think his Prime is going to be stronger than Prime All Might was?
I mean, logically, yes. Logically, yes. That's the whole point of One for All, is that it gets stronger, it gets improved as it goes on.
But do you, considering that Shigaraki wouldn't have been as dangerous or as strong as All For One, do you think it's going to be? I don't want to say one-sided.
Are you asking if Prime Midoriya could just beat the fuck out of One for All?
I know
Or
a
is it
lot
All
of
for
people
One?
are gonna No, that's not what I'm saying because I don't believe that. I guess what I'm trying to say is because I know a lot of people have said like, "Oh, just you wait, Shigaraki's gonna get broken." Who's gonna end up more broken in the end? And you think they could potentially be more broken than those that came before?
They're.
All Might and All For One.
Thank you, Blex, for following.
That scares me every fucking time.
They're both gonna be. They're both gonna be more powerful than each other. Let's just say that. Like. They're if you're saying like Shigaraki with All For One in his prime versus Midoriya with All For One in his prime, they're both going to be stronger than themselves. Like,
yeah, everybody is saying that he's going to be more Shigaraki's more broken than Midoriya, which is believable. But hard.
Who's saying that he's more powerful than Midoriya?
No, like manga version. People like just when you look back on our comments, people have talked about
I'm sure if Shigaraki gets
believable.
All For One plus a boosted decay quirk, I mean, don't get me wrong, Black Whip is ludicrous. It's so good. It's so good.
That can only do so much though.
But an All For One Shigaraki with a boosted decay quirk is, as of right now, fucking broken. Like that's a team buster right there. That's a. I'm sorry, we don't have a 1 versus Shigaraki fight. We have here's every fucking hero, including Midoriya and Endeavor and fucking I don't know, Crust, fucking the other top 10 heroes. Thank you, Andrew.
Captain Celebrity or whatever the fuck his name is.
That'd be fucking so cool! That'd be so cool if we could get fucking Captain Celebrity in fucking regular My Hero Academia. That would be awesome. Sadly,
how much was he like? Was he like in personality and like stoicism? Was he like All Might or what was he like?
He was a celebrity. That was his shtick. He just was really bad at PR. He was like really bad at PR. He was actually a pretty awesome guy, but he had a lot of sexual assault allegations.
Oh my god. Wait, really?
They were, from what I understand, they were misunderstandings.
I'm sure.
Because Captain Celebrity is like genuinely an awesome guy, and he has this cute little wife who is just super grumpy all the time, and he just wants to make her happy. But yeah, Captain Celebrity is fucking awesome. So if I could get good old CC in fucking My Hero, fucking.
I mean, we have to get heroes from other countries.
You would think, right? Sorry, this tier list is over. We're in the discussion section now. Yeah, here's the tier list.
We're just talking.
But here's the thing, right?
Captain Celebrity is from
Vigilantes, yeah.
Vigilantes. Endeavor versus Shigaraki with All For One. Who's winning? Shigaraki.
Fucking Shigaraki! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you shitting me?
Shigaraki with All For One is
against Endeavor? Like the only hope
is Endeavor.
No, I'm saying the only hope any character has against an All For One Shigaraki is the fact that he won't be as good with the quirks as All For One is.
But we still don't know how it works. We still don't know if it's just he literally gets all the quirks that All For One had that, binded with All For One.
Fair enough. If he gets All For One, if he starts at a blank, then we're good.
Transferring, because then it doesn't do anything for him.
Mm-hmm. Not at first, at least.
But it's just the potentiality of what he could have, especially like.
So yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. If Shigaraki does get All For One, but there's no quirks inside of it, then there's a chance.
Episode Season 3 established that training a quirk can make it stronger. Shigaraki's been training for 2 months straight. It's probably improved a lot.
Can we just talk about how fucking insane that is? So,
there's been 2 months
Gigantomachia fights for, 48 hours and like 33 minutes or something like that?
Yep.
Non-stop, and then a 3-hour rest. And Shigaraki has been, and everybody but Shigaraki has been taking extended breaks. So Shiggy has been literally non-stop battling this rock
for 2 days.
for a month and a half.
And he's not just staying awake. He's fighting something.
Mm-hmm. Jumping around and moving and shit.
I don't know if people understand this, but it's hard to stay.
Eric Prince, you are right. All For One did seem to be collecting quirks for Shigaraki because when Best Genius is fighting him at Kamino, fighting in quotations, he goes, "Your quirk comes from skill you've collected over years of experience. It doesn't fit Tomura's disposition." Dude, Shiggy's gotta smell fucking awful right now.
I think of something fun would be like try and predict the quirks that Shigaraki could get, like something that would, like quirks that would fit his character or something that sounds like something that he would want or use.
You want to get the notebook out?
That could be fun sometime. What?
Get the notebook out?
No. I think we can do some. I think we can do that at a different time because we already have stuff planned.
Alright.
So I think it's okay if we did that at a different time.
Thank you. I like All For One's dub voice. But so he's been fighting for literally like weeks straight now.
Mm-hmm. And he's fine.
And he said that like, nah, big guy's getting sluggish. I'm getting better.
Midoriya couldn't do that. No one in Class 1A, I think, could do that. Like,
I mean, because Shigaraki is deceptively strong to begin with. Like, he was able to speed blitz. I'm getting my versus terms out here. He was able to speed blitz Midoriya, Mineta, and Sue without them even realizing it in the USJ.
Just so people understand, Midoriya's fast. And Shigaraki was like,
Let's wreck his pride. Yeah, that was him.
Yep.
But but he was already really good to begin with, and he was, he wasn't winning necessarily, but he was definitely matching Aizawa.
Yeah, if Shigaraki gets Make to submit and gets control of the Liberation Army
and gets All For One, no, like we've talked about this. We've talked about this. So the reason why other heroes have to come in is because fucking Japan is gonna either be a like it's gonna be like fucking Mad Max, like fortification, like we have cities on lockdown, or
it's gonna be ground zero.
Yeah, that's like the whole like. Sorry, this is a safe city. We have to fucking like pull people out of those cities because we can't fucking protect all of them. We have to evacuate to these areas.
This is a country spanning state of emergency. This is like when you're on.
And that's the best case scenario. That's the best case scenario.
You know that the fucking thing from like Modern Warfare 3, where it's like on your TVs, it's like.
Yeah.
You know, like it's that shit.
Yep.
Like Japanese government's getting involved. Japanese military is getting, like, it's gonna be ground zero.
No, exactly. The whole like we're in a national state of emergency is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that Japan just becomes a crater.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Giganto, 100,000 units, fucking All For One, Shigaraki. Okay, well, we're talking about that like it's a fact. And while it is now very heavily implied that that's what the doctor is giving him, it's not technically for sure. He could be giving him not necessarily All For One, but like
Japan becomes an ocean. Yep.
Hold on. I gotta do something here real quick.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna let Leah in.
What is this music?
It's Zelda.
Zelda? Oh,
okay.
Okay.
I didn't put it on myself. Leah's gonna be a first mate. So, Leah can join now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leah just did join, actually.
She did just join. Yeah, she's...
Hi, Leah.
Leah. Hi, how are you doing?
Not too shabby. Just got home from far away. I'm not gonna say where, but
We just
Been a long day.
finished doing a arc tier list.
Oh, for MHA?
Yep. We just finished doing
I
that.
cannot confirm nor deny if we have an official Custodians Discord channel.
We will
Not yet, at
confirm
least.
or deny anything at this time.
Yeah, not yet, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our. Right now, we just kind of started talking about My Hero,
And how fucked up Shigaraki is gonna
and I gotta fucking fix everything again.
Actually, no, this is a big question. Wait, Leah, are you caught up with the anime right
Not even slightly. I think I've seen maybe 3 episodes of season 5.
Bruh.
now? Oh no!
I'm so behind. I've been working 2 full-time jobs this summer, so
You
I've not
don't
had time.
understand! Leah,
I
you don't
don't.
understand!
I know.
Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever thought about reading the manga? There's a new chapter. We've been being told. Our comments on the
No,
last
waiting
video,
1 year
telling
for
us-
each season is fucking excruciating. But
So-
having the
Pretty
pictures
awful.
move is fun.
A lot of people are. We had a lot of comments on our last video and the one before that as well, saying, "Oh, when the season ends, you guys should read the manga." I don't think I am though. I'm not a big reader. I've never been a big reader, even though there's pictures.
It's got
There's
pictures though,
books.
Gabe.
It does have pictures, but there's still stuff to read, and I fall asleep when I try and read. 'Cause
I'm
like, oh,
almost
this is-
certain
'cause
that
I
will
like-
happen.
Oh, this is relaxing. I don't know.
I love that I just logged onto the stream so I could see the chat. I love that you put the description as Leah shows up late.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the vibes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we.
So
Oh yeah. Sorry, keep going.
no, I was just gonna say I am a big manga fan. Being a mediocre artist myself, I really appreciate the beautiful art that is produced in the mangas. I own a few copies of it. I own the first 3, I think, but there are so many of them that I can't just justify buying all of them, and I would feel weird buying the first 3 and then just buying the ones to catch up to now. I feel guilty illegally reading the mangas from creators I actually like. So, don't know. I might read it, might not.
I'm gonna be
probably not.
honest here.
Mhm.
It is actually kind of fun, like going to Barnes and Noble and being like, "Ah, the new volume for Vigilantes is out! Yes!" So it is kind of fun doing that, and it's like a volume of manga is fucking cheap as shit. It's $10.
It's true.
Really?
That is true.
It's only $10. Like you can't even buy like a single issue for a comic book for that much. Like Immortal Hulk is like fucking $15. It's fucking insane.
Mm.
That's a really good comic too.
Yeah, I am a very big fan of manga. I just don't know if that's the one I'll read. The only manga I've ever read in full was Beastars, because I could not wait.
Fucking furry.
For that one. Don't call me a fucking furry. I'll throw hands with you. I
Right,
don't
half
care.
of our chat's gonna leave. Don't say that.
No, it's so good. It's like I swear.
My
to God,
brother
if you
watches
guys
it
don't-
too, Leah. It's okay. My brother.
Oh my
watches
God,
it.
it's
And
the best
so does
show.
my girlfriend.
Yes.
Both of
it's
the Leahs
so
watch
good.
Beastars. How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
Oh,
Your
oh.
girlfriend has good taste. Tell her that because
Apparently,
it's a good
yeah,
show.
yeah.
It's a good show. I'm
Doesn't-
so
doesn't-
excited. I
Doesn't
haven't seen
the
season
wolf
2 yet.
wanna, like, fuck the rabbit or something, or is it the other way around?
Well,
The
that's
rabbit's the wolf fucker.
Oh, okay,
well,
got it.
Well, it's okay. First of all, I mean you're not entirely wrong, but
I have not seen Dr. Stone. Maybe that's
That is
something I
not-
can watch on my own because I'm doing that now. Sorry, I interrupted you reading a comment.
no, that's fine. I was just saying that that's not the whole point of it. It's also very much like it's got a lot of very interesting things that you don't see very often in shows like that. Everybody always like jokes that it's like the fucked up version of Zootopia, but they're not entirely wrong.
I'm okay with that.
it's-
I can back that.
So this is the Zootopia where we
Okay.
get to see police brutality. It's pretty.
Hell
No,
yeah.
this is the Zootopia where we see the predators actually fucking kill and eat the non-predator animals.
Based.
Oh, boy. That's pretty big.
It's pretty brutal.
All right, let's get back. As much as I enjoy talking about a show I haven't really watched,
Yeah, sorry.
let's probably get back now. We could continue talking about this, but we have enough people now to go to our next topic,
Oh.
our next section.
I can
I
see
don't
now.
have
That's
the itinerary. What are we up to?
This is called
the battle wheel.
the Battle Wheel.
Oh God, what is this?
See, it's difficult with this because she hasn't seen season 5, so any justifications we bring up for why someone would win.
Bro, there are 70
season 5
characters. So,
I'm just saying.
so what? Hold on, I need different music. Sorry. Let's get
We're not doing everybody, right?
I'm not advertising you. Stop.
How many are we doing?
As many as are needed.
No.
Lord.
We have school tomorrow, Rhett, just so you understand.
Oh yeah. Guess who? Chaboy has a 7:45 a.m. lab.
I have an 8:50.
Yeah, 7:45. I gotta show up and do plants for 3 hours. It's gonna be great.
That's quiet.
Thanks.
You know what? Fuck it.
Plants.
Anyways, so this is the Battle Wheel.
Oh God, no.
How it works is that
Oh, I can't see it.
I'm going to click this twice. I'm going to take the first character. Gabe's going to take the second character. And we are going to have to debate on why our character that we got would beat the other in a fight.
Oh, it's you and me debating?
It's you and me debating, yes.
Uh-oh.
Leah will moderate.
Oh God. Okay.
You have 30 seconds to speak. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
So
Just
let
so you know, there are
You'll have to
voices.
tell me you'll have to tell me the character that you're pulling up because my stream is about 20 seconds behind.
Hold on, Rhett. Have Leah take my place. My dad's calling me.
Oh God.
All right, Leah, you're gonna take my place first.
Oh God. This is a lot. Okay.
All right, and
Please
we're going to
don't
have
tell me.
chat. We're going to have chat decide who wins.
Oh God. Okay.
So, the first battle. Yeah, so I got Amajiki. Hold on. Didn't realize how messed up Gabe's thing was here. So I'm gonna quick fix this. Nope. Sorry, folks.
The fun thing about streaming like this and like helping you is that I do need to eventually learn how Discord works.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it's
there
Oh, wait.
we go. Done. Fantastic. So, I have Amajiki. Let's see who you will be using.
okay. I fixed it so I can see your screen now. Oh no.
Hagakure! Yay!
How,
You want to go first?
how do I argue this? Cause I can't think of a single instance where Hagakure
Oh, shit.
beats Amajiki. Oh,
Fuck. Didn't mean to do that.
Oh, we're going again. Apparently. The traitor, exactly, thank you.
Here, you can have Tokoyami.
Okay, that would be a lot easier, I think. I still think I'll lose this, but I'll give it a try now, because I think that Tokoyami has a much better chance. Hagakure, I'm sorry, is like one of the most useless characters.
Because I accidentally
Toko-
clicked on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to start or should I?
You should start so I have time to think of ideas.
Amajiki eats Tokoyami and wins. He gains his power. He eats one of his feathers and gains Dark Shadow.
Okay, good, fair point.
Can't hear you, Gabe.
Oh.
Who's fighting?
Amajiki versus Tokoyami.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. Okay.
okay. I see your point, Rhett. I'm trying to think of something to come up with. I'm very on the spot at the
You're
moment.
bird guy versus bird guy.
Well, semi-bird guy.
Well, here's the thing. Amajiki, like, could Amajiki eat Dark Shadow considering Dark Shadow is just like the physical embodiment of a shadow? Like, could he technically become... I don't know too much about the quirk, but could he technically just, like, become non-physical and so Amajiki wouldn't be able to touch him? Or was like, Is that how that works? I don't know.
You're supposed to be debating me.
I'm bad at this.
Just
stuff,
say he
though.
can't. Just say he can't.
I mean,
Because
I'm
if you
bad
don't
at
say he
this,
can't,
but
I'm gonna say since Tokoyami can
If-
punch things, he's physical,
Right.
and if he's physical,
Right.
you
Hey.
can eat it.
Right, if you want to switch back to me, we can do that. I'm back. now.
Yeah, please, Gabe. Please, for the love of God.
I'll
I'm
tag
here,
in for her.
I'm here to like listen and enjoy. I don't
I'll
know how to
tag
do
in for
people.
Leah. Do you want
Thank
to do?
you.
Do you want to do 3 new ones, or do you want to stick with these?
No, it's just 2.
Okay.
Because I accidentally clicked on it. Again. So, Gabe,
Yes. So wait, who do I have? Do I have Tokoyami or Amajiki?
you have Tokoyami.
Okay.
I have Amajiki.
Okay. So what have you said, Brian?
I said that Amajiki could either eat a piece of Tokoyami or Dark Shadow and then use Dark Shadow.
I don't think the dark.
Tell me I'm
Shadow-
wrong. He ate crystal guys, crystals, and was able to manifest crystals.
That is true. Tell me, do you think that he would be able to control Dark Shadow better? Would it be the same Dark Shadow, or would it be his own? Because if it's a piece of that Dark Shadow, does that mean it's the exact same one? And if it's the exact same one, they don't have the exact same. They don't have the same relationship that Dark Shadow has with Tokoyami. It's not, and this is a sentient being. This isn't just, oh, I tell you what to do. Yes, he does work with Tokoyami and usually says yes to what he does, but he's still a living sentient being that can do his own thing. And even if it wasn't Tokoyami's Dark Shadow that becomes manifested in him then, does he know how to properly use it? No. He wouldn't have any idea how to use it. Or even if he could, he wouldn't know how to use it properly. That's one
Maybe
thing to be able to just grow crystals on your body. It's another to be able to work side by side with a shadow being that comes out of your stomach.
Gabe has a very good point with that. Not to mention that if he
Huh?
got the same Dark Shadow as Tokoyami, Dark Shadow's not exactly easy
Yeah.
to manage. And Tokoyami's not exactly the strongest personality.
Yeah.
Now, if we're wanting to go serious here,
Mhm.
Amajiki has a lot more experience.
I can agree with that. I would say Tokoyami has more potential.
But we're not arguing about potential here, are we?
Are we talking about present?
Yeah. Because then, if it's like, oh, well, I'm sure that,
Well, then if that's the
Ojiro's going to
case-
be able to grow 9 tails
Okay.
and
If that's the
one-shot the
case,
moon.
I think that a big part of this conversation needs to be what is the battlefield here.
We're going to
Ooh, that's a
say,
very
for
good
every
point.
fight, we're going to say the Shignashina district.
The Shignashina district? Okay, because I was going to say, if this is like broad daylight, then yeah, I would say that he has a big chance. You can turn off the lights, yeah, sure. I would say that because a big part of Tokoyami's thing, and one of the reasons why his quirk can be so strong, is because the darker it is, the stronger the shadow becomes, or like the
So
harder
the
it is
walls
for
would
control
give
with Dark Shadow.
Tokoyami some areas to hide.
If there's shadow in the room, then yes. His whole thing is darkness. It's dark shadow. And we have seen how powerful dark shadow can become. But even if you put him in a situation where dark shadow isn't like the super powerful beast, it's essentially also a 2-on-1 fight. This isn't just Tokoyami with Dark Shadow versus Amajiki. It's Tokoyami and Dark Shadow versus Amajiki. This is a handicap match.
So, we've never seen Tokoyami, or at least that I can think of, we've never seen Tokoyami win a fight where he's had to fight more than one person. Amajiki has.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
done
big
more than just,
three-
it was more than just a 2-on-1, it was a 3-on-1.
Mhm.
And he won one.
I wouldn't say he won one. He won, but I wouldn't say it was like, oh yeah, he totally won. No, you look back at the fight.
And
He
also,
got his
every
ass
time
handed to him.
Tokoyami goes full ape shit, which is the only way I see him beating Amajiki,
Yeah.
he's not in control.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a danger to himself. I was also thinking that, because if I wanted to be really cheeky, I could say Amajiki eats bioluminescent jellyfish and then uses light to...
That is a great question. What foods does he have?
I would say standard kit, so like...
So the clam, the octopus,
chicken...
the crab? Does he have a crab? He has the wings. With the
Tokoyami did take out Moonfish, but not really. It wasn't Tokoyami, it was Dark Shadow. At night and out of control entirely. I wouldn't necessarily call that...
I would say something that you could, if you're going to talk about that, and you want to bring up the control that Tokoyami has over Dark Shadow, you have to bring up the Heroes Rising movie. He was in a pitch black cave and fought... I'm forgetting what her name was, but she can control her hair and stuff. And yes, that was a one-on-one fight, but he was in pitch blackness, and he seemed to control Dark Shadow pretty well in that kind of scenario. Granted, yes, he did have Mina helping him, but that person, I would say, is stronger than maybe not all three of the people that he had to fight combined, but I would say at least two.
I personally think that Amajiki can dish out enough damage with Chimera Kraken, and Tokoyami can't even
can
get
his stuff regenerate?
Like if he loses a tentacle. I mean, that's kind of what we saw.
We did see his,
because when
sometimes
Munchie ate the tentacles,
yeah, did they grow back?
I think he might have manifested new ones.
Because that's important. Because if he just loses it, then he's kind of screwed. Not to mention, he only can have so much food on him.
All right.
So,
I think Amajiki's greater experience and heavy hitting Chimera Kraken attacks will take him to victory. Your final statements?
I would say that the sentient life form and power and versatility that Dark Shadow can bring to both aid and strengthen Tokoyami brings him to victory.
Well, chat, what do you think? And while you guys are voting, we're gonna get the next fight started. Leah.
Oh, Leah, I was about to say, Leah, what do you think?
Well, Leah's the moderator.
Okay.
So, Leah, you can say who you think wins. But what I want you to do, if you can you get your phone and set like a timer for 3 minutes for each fight?
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can be the game
each
master
side,
over here.
or like each side, or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I can be the game master for this. So I think that you both have really good points. I personally do think that Amajiki would win in a fight against Tokoyami, but I think Gabe makes up a very, very good point about the fact that if he was in a dark place, then Dark Shadow does have a lot of power to it. And I saw somebody mention this in chat, and I think it kind of holds true. Tokoyami doesn't necessarily have to be in charge of Dark Shadow in order to do well in a fight, because if he just destroys everything, then, you know, he kind of wins. It just depends on the situation, though, I think. But I do think Amajiki would win, because I do think that overall, having the greater amount of experience, even if he is a little bit more timid, would be...
A lot of people are saying, like, about Amajiki and his will to fight.
Yeah. If he's wanting to win the battle, I think he definitely could. So unfortunately, I think Gabe, you had a lot of really great points, but I'm gonna have to go with Amajiki here, just because it is Amajiki.
Woo!
Sorry.
All right, that's a point for me.
Hey,
I don't
come
have
on.
a system to keep track of points, so we're gonna have to
Hey,
do that.
I got you covered. I got you
I don't
covered.
think it's difficult.
Next match.
Give me something good here, please.
First one goes to me.
I mean, I don't have to argue about it.
Yeah!
I almost thought you had Bakugo
crap.
for a second. I almost thought you had Bakugo. That would have been scary. Why is it much.
Wow. It is.
Ah! Ah!
Oh my god, really?
Momo versus Shoji!
Okay. Do you want me to start the 3 minutes?
Yes, please.
Oh, this isn't that. Okay.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I mean, sure, I can start. Momo creates a thermonuclear warhead.
No, because that's just. That's
the
just
most
a battlefield destruction. That's not a. No.
All right, fine. So Momo is not only the smartest
she
person
can't
in
make it.
class. We have now seen that she is able to, while she had struggles doing this beforehand. She's able to think on her feet more now, as we saw versus the T girl.
Yep.
And she has the ability to create tungsten shields, which were able to stand up to Kendo, who can punch harder than Shoji. And while Shoji has great detection skills, she might be able to use this to her advantage, creating things like flashbangs or auditory weapons. And I don't think Shoji can stand up to a freaking 12-inch bore cannon filled with grape shot. Like,
So I guess first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to counter your whole creation thing. So one, yes, she does. Her mainstay is the cannon. And yes, we have seen the tungsten shields that she can create. But the thing is she's very limited, not only in what she knows, but in what her body can produce. Because she can produce only so many things. Her body only has so many lipids. And eventually she will run out. And that's where I think Shoji can have the advantage, even if it comes to versatility. Not only does he have one of probably the second best scouting and detection quirks, he can grow multiple body parts. He has enhanced strength, and his body parts can regenerate, and he can use those body parts for multiple things. He uses them for enhanced earring, multiple eyes. He can use it as a shield, and if he I honestly think hits Momo once, she's gonna be out, and I think he would be able to outlast her. Not in just like, oh, he tanks a cannonball shot, but I think, I think he's faster. I think he's more agile. But yeah, I would say that his quirk is, in this situation, in a one-on-one fight, is more useful. And I think he has a better grasp on it than Momo does.
now,
That's another thing. Thank you.
I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
if she
I see what you're
creates a
saying.
shield-
But the thing is, Momo knows how Shoji works, and she has the intelligence to plan around his capabilities.
That's your 3 minutes.
Ah, damn.
Shit.
Yeah, sorry, y'all have a time limit.
Ah, damn! We're not used to having to do things quickly, We're used to hour-long videos. Well...
Also, I think my roommate is trying to go to sleep, so I don't know how much longer I can do this for.
Oh, just be quiet.
Just let you know. Well, there's also the light and stuff, so.
Well, you don't have to be visual if you want. If you want, you can go dark mode.
Yeah, just go dark like I do.
Oh, okay.
Be a faceless YouTuber. It'll be fine.
All right.
Faceless man.
Well, chat and
Yeah.
Leah, who do you think won?
Well, I think Gabe kind of got you on this one. I have to agree with a lot of what Gabe said, because he's totally right. Momo is very limited on what she could create, because you only have so much lipid storage you can do at a time. Not to mention that it also does take her a while to create the things that she needs to create, especially depending on like the size and amount of the object she needs to make. Which, as fast as Shoji is, I think he could get a hit on her before. And without having such a shield that she could produce, I think that Gabe is also right in the sense that I don't think she could hold up against as many punches. I see that everyone in the
Shoji is
chat
strong.
is agreeing with me. Shoji's strong, correct.
Oh, that's fine. People
Yeah.
can be wrong from now and then.
I think that Momo's quirk Momo's quirk is like super good, but I think that against Shoji, like she's just at kind of a disadvantage with the way that his quirk works and the way he fights.
Well, okay.
I think that when she's given a lot of prep time, she's much better. But when she's like on the spot, I think that Shoji would win.
We take those dubs, boys.
How much is my chewing coming in through the mic?
I can't hear it.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. So now that I've won, I'm gonna take my laptop and I'm gonna go to the common room.
Oh, okay.
So
You can take the camera. Do you want to take the camera with you?
my laptop has a camera.
Oh, he's gone.
The laptop has a camera.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'll be in a second.
Gang Orca! I'm
Hey,
gonna
Orca. Excellent.
wait a little bit, then click it. Because I like the music. Is it coming through?
Music?
No, the chewing.
The chewing? Oh no, I could not hear the chewing until you like leaned super close. Yeah, now it's coming through a little bit. It's vile. Oh, gosh. That was wow. This is an auditory nightmare. I'm having a bad time. But anywho, how's it hanging?
Oh,
Chatted in a while.
yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm doing some reactions on my own now. That's right, you heard that.
I
You heard
saw
that right,
that.
chat. Some reactions, not one show. In fact, I got it. I'm editing it right here.
Ooh. What shows are you reacting to solo? I haven't really looked.
Well, I got my first reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen out.
Ooh, I need to see that show. Everybody talks about how good it is.
It's interesting. I'll tell you what. The animation's great, and I'm interested in the characters and stuff. But
Okay.
the premise of the other show is definitely a lot more brain munching. You know, it really gets you. It's a lot more, food for the brain.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for good animation, so I'll definitely have to try that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's got like great animation. I either like really good animation or really bad animation, and there's no in between.
Yeah, and while
Like,
it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard reacting to stuff without Joe or Game because I've been doing that for a year now, and it's nice having people to bounce off of and talk to. But I'll tell you what, being able to go, hey, I want to react to an episode, or I need to react to an episode. I'm going to do that right now.
oh, there needs to be somebody skedaddle from the chat. Want to become famous by followers. Banned.
Bro, I can buy followers?
Get him out of here. What is this
I'm
trash?
back. I'm back.
So we gotta ban somebody from the chat because they're trying to sell us followers.
Oh, jeez.
How much?
So people are in the common room as well. So I'm just sitting in the hallway.
All right, okay. All right, so I got Gang Orca.
Ugh. Oh.
Oh, fucking shit!
Oh, you got Deku.
Wait, what?
Oh god, you got Deku.
Oh.
Gang Orca versus Deku. Holy shit.
Okay.
Interesting.
This is gonna be interesting. But I don't know how much I can give you here. Oh boy.
All right. Everything is up to anime. Anime standards only.
Yes.
So from here on out, just assume that they're starting 100 meters away in Shiganshina district from Attack on Titan.
Okay. Got it. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
I'll start. Leah, give us a countdown.
Oh, wait, yep, sorry, gotta get my timer. I'm lacking, I'm a bad host. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. You're like, oh, this is a slap. This is This is a farce. This is a laugh. Midoriya right now is gigathunk. All right, he's got Black Whip and everything. But do you remember who Gang Orca fought last? He fought Todoroki and Inasa, and for the majority of the fight, he was punking them. And he was testing them as well, so I doubt he was really trying to go all out. So he has very, very good physical strength and the ability to paralyze people from a distance. Midoriya's not going to be able to defend against that. Now, Midoriya did get a lucky hit in. That's because Gang Orca was distracted by two of the other most powerful people on the field at that point in time. So, not only does Gang Orca have the physicals to take on Deku, Deku has nothing he can do to respond to the paralysis.
So, this is something that I can definitely agree with. I can definitely agree and see that Gang Orca is a much bigger threat than people would probably let on. And yeah, that definitely, the paralysis thing is always going to be an issue. And he doesn't necessarily have anything to take advantage of Gang Orca's weakness when it comes to heat. But one thing that I will say is, or a few things, I guess. I think Midoriya is stronger. I think he's faster. I think he's more agile. He has range attacks as well as his full cowling shoot style. And I could say that he is maybe, although not as experienced as Gang Orca, I would say that he is smarter. And he's very quick on his feet. We've seen what he's been able to do, and I feel like he's gone up against worse than Gang Orca. I would say, if you want to compare him to someone like Muscular, I'd say that Muscular could definitely beat someone like Gang Orca. So I don't think that Gang Orca's durability, though very high, or even his strength, is something that could hurt Deku as someone could like Muscular. And then you've also got his speed, which I think is something that Gang Orca would not be able to deal with. I do not remember if Gang Orca's paralysis thing is AoE or if it's a direct hit. I'm pretty sure it's a direct hit. And if that is the case, then it is 100% something that Deku
Hold on, people can barely hear you. Let me see if I can turn you up.
Well, I'm using my speakerphone, my phone as a speaker, so. But yeah, if it is a direct beam.
Is that better?
I don't know. Is it?
I'm asking them.
Oh, okay. But yeah, unless if it's AoE, then that's one thing. But if it's like, oh, I have to try and hit you with it, then it's
That's
definitely something
3
that
minutes,
is manageable.
folks. That's your 3.
Okay, that's
All
fair.
right.
I got everything off that I wanted to say. Anyway.
Okay. I have to pick a winner in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dog. This one's really hard because they're both very good, and I think you both made really, really good points. Because Rhett is absolutely right in the fact that Gang Orca is very strong, has a lot of experience, but Gabe is also right in the sense that Deku's very, very good at thinking on his feet and coming up with intelligent solutions, and he does have a lot of speed on his side, where I feel like Gang Orca is more of like the bulky, slow hero. I don't remember his super well from the anime.
I also don't think that Gang Orca's strength or durability is enough to.
Not to bring up information after the debating's done, but Midoriya tried to kick Gang Orca and Gang Orca blocked it. It shattered his gauntlet, but he blocked it. So he's got the speed to block an attack like that.
That was a while ago, man. That was a while ago.
The thing is that if we're going based on like current the anime, I would say that the winner is Gang Orca.
I can't.
Because Gang Orca has a lot of, but I mean, at the same time, I get it's really difficult. But I think that
genuinely cannot agree with that. I genuinely can't.
I'm so I don't know. I guess this is part of the thing where me not being caught up really, really hurts me. Because I don't know anything about Black Whip other than the fact that it's called Black Whip.
Also Black Whip.
I hear him call it that. I have no idea what that is.
Oh yeah, also Black Whip.
So I don't know what that does. So I feel like I'm at a disadvantage here, and I think we should let the chat pick this one because I don't think I'm qualified.
No. Just say the whale wins. It's a fun game I like to play called Whale Wins.
No.
No,
What does
you-
chat say?
Bruh, let's see what chat has to say
What
because
is chat saying?
I don't know enough about current Deku to know whether he'd win in this fight or not. Because like I said, I've watched 3 episodes of season 5. I haven't even seen Black Whip, so I have no idea what it does, how it's utilized by him. I am very behind. Life has been low key kicking my ass. So.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's not been bad. It's just been super busy, so I haven't had time to watch anything. So I have a copy of Persona 5 that I got for Christmas and still haven't played because I've been so busy.
It's so good. It's so good.
I know, I want to play it really bad. I've just been so busy and classes start tomorrow.
What is chat saying?
Deku Gang Orca, but Deku wins. Deku win. It's like a draw, I think.
Let me see. No, I'm
Sounds
seeing.
like there's a lot more Deku.
I'm seeing a lot more Deku than I'm seeing Gang Orca.
I'm pretty
how about
sure
that?
it's like a.
I'm
kind of
seeing
like a draw.
1, 2, 3 people saying Deku, and 1 person saying Gang Orca. I think according to chat, Deku wins.
Gang wins, Deku wins.
Oh, yep, there
Deku
comes a
wins.
4th person saying Deku wins. Yep. Deku
So like it's
wins.
basically a draw from what I'm hearing.
Give me
I'm
it.
giving
I
that
will
point.
take-
I'm giving that point to Gabe.
Ah,
I will
shit.
take
Music
that.
happening.
I will gladly take that. Thank you very much. Oh look, another Deku.
All right, fine. Next fight.
Mine's gonna be a little bit late.
Yes.
What did you
Oh
get?
gosh, twice.
Oh Jesus. No, it's okay. It's current twice, so I'm not worried.
All right, and for Gabe.
Oh,
What'd I get?
USJ Nomu.
You know, I feel like this music's appropriate, really.
I'm not worried at all.
All right, game day. Let's go.
Okay, ready?
I'm not worried.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, who the fuck's going?
And I guess this is in character, so I can't say twice. Just twice as himself, and
Exactly.
solo's
That's
easy.
exactly why I'm not worried about it.
Twice creates a Shigaraki and disintegrates him. Boom.
Can he do that?
Also, he creates a clone of Dabi, and Dabi has been said to have fire superior to... Well, okay, well, if Dabi is Toya, and for the sake of this argument, he's Toya,
Yeah.
his fire is supposed to be superior to Endeavor's, and Endeavor's fire has shown to be far more than capable of dealing with regeneration quirks. So, good old Twicey boy creates a Shiggy and a Dabi,
Mhm.
and
So
completely
you're
fucks
you're
USJ
banking
Nomu.
So you're banking on the clones are able to not are able to defeat him.
All Shiggy has to do is tag him once, and he's
Do
gone.
you think that's? Do you think
And
that's
this
possible?
is twice with current Dabi, who has been fighting Makia.
This Nomu was not only designed to be able to go blow for blow and be as durable to be able to fight with All Might.
No.
He has
Shiggy's
some
quirk negates
durability.
Shiggy's quirk negates durability.
What do you mean it negates their ability?
Durability doesn't matter against decay.
No, that's not what I'm arguing. My argument is that his speed is comparable, if not greater than, to All Might's. This guy was able to intercept. He when he was fighting Midoriya, he intercepted his smash attack, and he kept up with All Might. So even if you were to say, "Oh, Shigaraki just has to touch him," or Dabi just heats him, I don't think either of them could touch him. He's too fast. And
I'm
they're
not
twice-
only just
they're
going to
also
disagree with
twice
you.
Clones. They're also twice clones. So especially from something like the USJ Nomu, one hit and they're done. And I can't imagine
Twice has been getting experience recently fighting something that is, I would absolutely guarantee is stronger than USJ Nomu.
but not faster.
The speed comes from the strength.
You're telling me you think that because he's been inadvertently and indirectly fighting Gigantomachia...
Twice
that
creates
he can
Shiggy,
take
Twice creates
from
Shiggy, and Shiggy tells USJ Nomu to kill himself.
So you're telling me that because Twice has been fighting Gigantomachia that he can now take a hit from Gigantomachia?
I'm not saying that he can take a hit, but he
Well,
has
no,
experience.
that's-
He has experience fighting people significantly stronger and faster. And again,
I don't know if I would say Gigantomachia is faster.
Shigaraki absolutely has the reaction times to deal with USJ Nomu, and all he has to do is touch him once.
I don't
That
agree
is
with
time. That is time, folks. Oh boy.
Fought against All Might. Are you kidding me?
This one is a rough one. Okay.
It was kind of an easy answer, if you ask me.
No, that's an easy answer in your eyes, for sure. The thing is, it's really hard. Because I think you had a good point, Rhett, but at the same time, Gabe had a lot of good points, too.
Let's go!
It's too late in the evening for this. I think that,
I don't think that the clones are faster.
I mean, I've gotta go with the Nomu though, because like, it was like Gabe. The main thing Gabe said that stood out the most was definitely the fact that the Nomu was made to fight and kill All Might.
No, that's
Who is
not my big argument.
Well, I
is
mean,
that
I
I
just
don't
wanted to-
think that not only one, I don't think any of them, the clones or Twice, could take a single hit from USJ Nomu. And I
Well,
also
see,
think
the
that
reason
they
why
could
Twice
keep
wins
up-
immediately is because all he has to do is create a Shigaraki clone, and the USJ Nomu was built to follow every command Shigaraki gives.
Really, you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
Wow.
that's actually a very, very good point. Actually,
It's a fight. You're seriously gonna pull that card out? Oh, he just stops the fight.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's
How does
a fair
USJ
point.
Nomu respond, Gabe?
That is such bullshit. You know it.
How does he respond, Gabe?
Are you serious? Are you serious? I thought we were gonna be putting this into a fair setting, where they just fight.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't need USJ Nobu to, like have a the start of the fight was USJ Nomu was commanded to attack, but he's just fighting somebody who could create somebody who can give him orders. It was just a shit matchup from the start.
I honestly don't think that should be something that can be brought up.
I disagree.
This made things harder. I hate to be boring and do this again, but I'm gonna leave it up to the chat again because this is another one that is way too hard for me to pick. I'm sorry, but I think Gabe is right that he could beat the twins that Twice makes, the copies. I agree with that. I agree that the Nomu's a lot faster and a lot stronger, but that's also Brett also does have a very good point as well. I don't know.
Gabe? I
Oh,
think we just lost Gabe.
uh-oh.
And I legitimate, like,
Hmm?
I don't know, after Shigaraki has to be able to tag him at least once now after all this fighting against Gigantomachia?
I still don't think Gigantomachia's speed is comparable to USJ. I don't think Gigantomachia's speed can be comparable to All Might. My whole thing is I don't think that any of the clones or Twice could be able to take a hit from the USJ Nomu, and I don't think that any of them would actually be able to land a hit.
Well, hold on. We gotta stop debating. The 3 minutes is over.
Yeah, and
But then you
I'm
brought up the fucking Shiggy thing.
Yeah, and I'm saying
Well,
we gotta stop. We gotta stop bringing things up.
Rhett, I'm afraid I have to agree with the chat and say I think the Nomu would win.
All right.
Sorry. I mean,
That's fine.
They have a lot of very good points.
And this is all assuming that Twice can't create a USJ Nomu, but
Yeah.
which would be safe to assume because I don't think he ever got a chance to meet a USJ Nomu.
I think that
Not as fast, but has current Shiggy, not USJ Shiggy, current Shiggy. And not as fast, but reaction time.
Well, no,
I think.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to chat. I'm talking to chat right here.
I think
I could
the
bet
Nunu
that
takes
USJ's
it.
reaction time is faster than Shiggy's, considering it was able to keep up with All Might's. And I can bet you $1 million that All Might's is faster than Shiggy's.
Oh, right. That's a very good point from the chat. He would need the measurements.
For the USJ
measurement.
Nomu, I'm positive because he was able to create Dabi. I'm sure he can create Shigaraki.
Okay. I think I'm sorry, Rhett. I think I'm gonna have to stick with the chat on this one.
Fuck! What was I thinking? I should have just had damn! I should have had him make compress and just fucking. I'm dumb. Okay.
Oh, and Blomp him. Yeah, sorry, dude.
Uh-huh.
Getting that one again. Sorry.
All right. Next fight.
3-game win streak. Let's go. Let's keep it up.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. I've been keeping track.
The only one you
Rhett
beat
won
me
the
on-
first one, Gabe won the next one.
The only one you beat me on a
Edge shots.
GP. Okay.
Nina.
So I have edge shot. Gabe has Mina.
Really? Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. This is hard.
All right.
This is what
Time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
We don't really have anything to assume that Mina's got any piercing durability, and edge shot is able to pierce skin, and he's as fast as sound.
Yes.
Something that is a rarity, at least as of right now, rarity in the My Hero verse. So edge shot, speed blitzes, and Okos.
Mm-hmm.
He also has significantly more experience, combat knowledge, and understanding of his quirk.
I would definitely give the experience edge and the speed edge to edge shot. I think for Mina, it all comes down to her quirk. Her acid can be incredibly powerful. She can not only control how much she can spew, but she also can control the solubility and viscosity of it. And she has a lot of AoE attacks that she can do with it, which can definitely, I think, be a detriment to edge shot in his abilities. Do I think that he is faster? Yes. Do I think he's more agile? Yes, which I honestly think is what it comes down to. But I think that Mina definitely has an edge when it comes to the use of her quirk and what it can do. We've seen her use her quirk in very, very wide areas.
Cookie, what are you doing? It's 3 a.m. where you are? You gotta go to bed.
Not only can she use it directly against enemies, but she also can use it like to create shields. She can use it to block projectiles. She can cover fields in acid. So, yeah. I think Mina's quirk gives her the edge.
Well, by he's as fast as sound, I meant he could transform at the speed of sound. But when he his attack and his transformation are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So his attack speed is at the speed of sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have anything?
I already stated my argument. That's it. Don't have too much to work off of, and I think edge shot versus Mina is definitely a more one-sided conversation.
All right, I don't think we're gonna need the 3 minutes for this one, Leah.
Okay. I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to go with edge shot because
I would
just don't. There's no foreseeable way Mina would win that fight.
Yeah, that's the correct answer.
All right, Cookie. All right, just make sure you go to bed at some point. All right,
Yeah,
so that's
edge shot wins.
that's a victory for me. So it's 2-3.
Congratulations.
2-3.
David Steele got the fight with Steele. Who's up?
I got Kaminari.
Okay.
Yes!
Sato.
I almost had a heart attack there. Woo!
Damn it.
Sato.
Wait,
You
what?
You
almost got Bakugo.
You got Sato.
Wait, I have Sato?
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck.
This music is so appropriate.
God damn it! Oh my god, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Mulligan! Mulligan! Come on!
You literally were so close to having Bakugo, but you got Sato.
Oh my, this is. Okay, fine. I think I can work with this.
All right, do you want to start or?
Oh
I
shit!
can
I
start
forgot.
with this.
3 minutes. God, I'm falling apart. Sorry, I'm drawing while I do this, so I keep getting distracted.
Wait,
Okay.
what's happening?
We're starting. 3, 2, 1, start.
So, I guess the best way for me to start up this conversation is not by talking about how great Sato is, but how shit Denki is. So, what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna talk about how Denki is worse than Sato.
There couldn't have been
And
better
because
background music.
Denki, though I
Literally.
can agree that Denki has a much higher output in terms of damage and power, he only has 2 moves. Indiscriminate Shock 1.3 million volts, and Indiscriminate Shock 2 million volts, both of which fry his brain and turn him into a vegetable. Now, granted, he does have his equipment, but he still only can really do those 2 volts. He can't necessarily control the power load of his quirk. And because of that, even though Sato's quirk dumbs him down, you don't necessarily need a lot of intelligence when you're fighting something that's dumber than you. And not to mention, I don't think that Denki would be able to take a hit from Sato, and I think Sato is probably is faster and more agile than Denki, and is a lot more durable than Denki.
Well, Sato is very strong and very fast, but his speed is irrelevant compared to lightning, which is 33%, the return stroke being 33% the speed of light. Now, on the other hand, Sato needs to touch him to do damage. And the moment he touches Denki, he's out. Because Denki has hurt higher tiered characters than Sato with his lightning. In fact, Denki is referred to as someone incredibly powerful, with only his drawbacks being that he can't really control it that well. And while he has got... Hold on, it's my turn. I let you talk.
He's one and done.
He
uses
not
lightning
anymore. He is not one and done anymore. He has been shown to be able to do a few in a row now, as we saw in the joint training arc.
And you're gonna compare his lightning to actual lightning. His lightning is as fast as normal lightning.
I have no reason to assume it's not.
Have we not seen any scenes in the show of other people dodging? his
We
lightning or
have
him
not.
missing? Has he missed before?
Well, missing is different than dodging, is
Oh,
it not?
No, I think it can be just as pivotal.
If I point
to
a
aim.
sniper rifle in the opposite direction of you and I shoot, you're not now faster than a bullet because I missed you.
No, but I'm saying I'm sure there have been points in the show where he doesn't just immediately hit every person automatically first try.
So long as they're in the
Oh, his
vicinity,
lightning is
as we
What?
saw it with the first time he used his indiscriminate shock attack, and I want more time because Gabe interrupted me.
That's bullshit.
As he used his indiscriminate shock for the first time in the USJ, he hit someone. The only person who was able to avoid it had to be underground to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the vicinity got hit, and they were out cold instantly.
Okay, what other instances have we seen?
Against
One-on-one fight.
against the
It's different when
meatball
you
guy.
have a crowd of people. Because if you miss one person, you're still gonna hit another.
Well, no, because it's an area of effect attack. His indiscriminate shock is an area of effect attack.
Okay. What is the area of effect range?
I mean, larger than the distance that Sato needs to punch him. The moment Sato gets close enough in to hit him, he's out. He's done.
Okay, are we calling this time now?
I think we're calling this time.
Are we?
Okay. Gabe, I'm sorry to do you dirty again, but I think Red's got
I
this
got
one.
Sato! Come on!
I mean, you really did get done dirty with the character you got, but
Oh my
Red's absolutely
lord.
right. Kaminari would definitely beat Sato, right? Because he's absolutely right. Like, Sato gets close, and Kaminari just lights up the entire area around him and just electrocutes the shit out of him. And you really can't recover from like a 3 million volt shock. You really can't just get up and walk away from that one very easily.
It's too
So I would say that unfortunately, sorry Gabe, Kaminari's getting this one pretty heavily.
I hate it here.
All right, so that's another win for Rent. So that means we're tied now.
Oh, we got 2 shit ones in a row.
Yeah, you really did get under.
What is this? Oh
Midnight. Okay.
Midnight.
Give me a girl. Give me a girl.
Oh no.
You got Spinner.
Dinner.
Fuck! I can't do anything with that. I literally can't do anything.
You got the.
I don't even know what
This is
chord
perfect.
What's this chord?
Music's great. Still here.
I have no idea what Spinner's quirk is.
We don't even.
Do you want me to Google it?
No,
Get
no,
the-
can't.
Oh shit, dude.
Why was
okay.
he there?
Okay.
Why was he in the thing?
Funny enough, he's not the only native tier character we have on this list.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, 2, 3.
He has a sword.
Midnight
He's a
uses her
wizard.
incredible experience as a pro hero
He's a
to get close to him, and then she uses her somnambulous quirk to knock him out because he's a male, and it's especially effective against men.
Does she have a tail?
I don't believe she has a tail, though. She has a riding crop, though.
Checkmate.
Yikes.
That's all I got.
Oh man.
I literally can't. Why is he on the list? We don't even know what he does.
I put all the league members on there.
We've seen him do one thing.
I mean, he was fighting Mandalay.
We-
Why am I arguing for your character?
There's not much
Good
of it to
question.
work off of.
How much longer till the 3 minutes is over?
2 minutes?
I'm gonna leave the chat if you keep going.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, I think
Are
we're
we
ready.
to call this
Oh
one?
my god.
Okay, I'm sorry, Gabe. Of course, Midnight's gonna win this one. Ooh,
All right.
what is this word? Message blocked. It's been hidden to be based on your preference.
Okay, I got Uraraka.
Motherfucker.
While that round is over, you are right. Spinner was strong enough to hold that giant ass sword made of swords.
Also, Rhett, I think that I'll do one more after this one.
Okay.
Alright.
Give me someone who manages it, please, for the love of God.
Oh wow, interesting.
Who you?
Uraraka versus Suyu.
Ooh, that is an interesting one, actually.
Gabe, you have Suyu.
Okay,
I have Suyu. I can do
Yeah.
that. I can
time
work with
starts
that.
in 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Suyu's got really good mobility and really good range, but
Mhm.
I think it's very easily arguable that Uraraka has just as good mobility, as she can actually stay in the air outside of Suyu's effective range, and her range can be basically as much as she wants it to be, so long as she has objects to use or throw. And the moment Suyu gets hit by her quirk, she can be just she has no way to maneuver herself in the air. So if Uraraka just gets her up in the air and gives her a nice quick kick, she's gone. And if Tsuyu even grabs her to drag her along with her, Uraraka can actually safely navigate herself down to the ground. As well as now Tsuyu has her own little, Uraraka has her own little tongue to work with.
Don't
And
say that. That's really gross. Don't say that.
not only that, but Uraraka can create can turn multi-ton level columns into baseball bat style weapons, something that could easily crush Tsuyu.
Wait, if Tsuyu touches anything that she puts gravity on, she then becomes weightless?
What? No.
Oh, okay.
No,
then-
Uraraka
then
has
okay.
touched you.
Okay, so my thing is with her, I would have to disagree. I would say that Tsuyu has a lot more agility. Not only do I think, like, even if Uraraka was able to take massive pillars and rocks and stuff and break them apart into large boulders, I think that Tsuyu could easily be able to jump and maneuver her way through the air, even if she has nothing to come off of. She can stick to anything. Not only that, she can jump incredibly far. Her tongue can go up to 20 meters. And she can be invisible. She can essentially give herself camouflage.
Not necessarily invisible.
And she can also spew stomach acid. And that's not even the thing that I'm backing off of. What I'm backing off of is, yes, you are right. Uraraka can beat her in hand-to-hand combat. But the thing is she can only do and use her quirk for so long. Tsuyu's weakness is the cold. And that is something that does not play into a factor at all here. Uraraka can only use her quirk for so long because she will get sick. And I think that even if it were the case that she was able to maintain and stay away from Tsuyu long for an extended period of time and out of her range, Uraraka would eventually have to calm down because she would be sick and too weak to fight. And I think that even though Uraraka does have the advantage when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, a sick Uraraka, I think, cannot contend with a Tsuyu, who has
And that's
no
time,
damage.
folks. All right. Lots of good points being made. Lots and lots. And I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna go with Gabe on this one. Sue is very, very, very good. And he has a very, very good point with Tsuyu being able to outlast Uraraka in the sense that Sue can basically utilize her quirk all the time, 24/7, without getting. It basically just gets tired as much as a normal person would, whereas like Uraraka would get sick if she used her quirk too much. I also would say that yes, she can swing pillars, but Sue can also avoid very easily. She's very fast, and even if Uraraka was to swing a giant pillar, it's still going to be slow. I think that Tsuyu would have enough time to avoid it. And Uraraka could touch Sue and make her weightless and make it impossible to maneuver, but could Uraraka catch up enough to Sue to do that? Because Sue is very, very fast. I think could avoid Uraraka much more easily. So I'm gonna have to go with Tsuyu on this one.
All right. Then the last fight of the night. Here it comes.
I'll take a 4-3. Come on.
Right now we're tied.
No, it's 4-3.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys fight on the last round.
And I just won this one, so 4-3.
Oh gosh, Gabe. Brett got Aizawa.
Fuck! Give me all for one.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I need someone. Oh god.
Kaiju Overhaul. Kaiju Overhaul.
Oh, I have Overhaul?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Give me just a sec to get the timer started. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, going based off of how Aizawa uses his quirk, if he looks at Ojiro, Ojiro still has his tail, but he can't use it. Considering that Kaiju Overhaul is something made entirely because of his quirk, the fusing of him and his buddy, I don't believe he'd actually be able to use the other bits of his body, aside from the little bit inside of his mouth, if Aizawa was looking at him. Or he may flat out just get rejected, kind of like how Eri did it with her rewind. So, while Kaiju Overhaul is incredibly powerful, I don't actually think he'd be able to utilize any of his abilities with Aizawa around. And then Aizawa just casually walks up to Overhaul's half torso and just beats the shit out of it.
So, I would say that the biggest detriment for Aizawa here is the fact that he can only use his quirk for so long. Yes, I do not doubt that he could keep his eyes open for a very long time, but I think that Overhaul and his reflexes can contend, maybe not as much, but it can definitely stand a chance, considering that not only does he defeat Rappa, or he's able to keep up with Rappa's punches, but he also was fast enough to be able to dodge Mirio's attacks.
Gabe.
Yes. Am I? Did I
You're-
use the Kaiju?
Yeah,
version?
because Kaiju Overhaul and regular Overhaul are both separate.
Why are they different? Oh my lord.
Yes, we can go off Vigilante feats, where Aizawa beat the fuck out of a giant Kaiju by himself.
This is not nearly as. Oh my god. I got nothing. That changes.
Do we want to call it?
Yeah, that changes. That takes away like a lot of what he can do. Really, they're separate. Oh my god.
All right, if we're calling it, I'll turn the timer off. And in that, I mean, yeah.
Is that a forfeit?
Yeah, that was kind of a forfeit because I mean, Aizawa kind of kills it in this situation because like you said, like apparently you said that he defeats a kaiju on his own in Vigilantes, which means he probably could have. And like, here's the thing, I don't know, Aizawa is just such a tough person to beat. Because he's very resourceful, his quirk is crazy, because his entire quirk is literally just getting rid of other people's, which is kind of hard to counter.
Well, no, I think the biggest thing for me is that if I had normal Overhaul, it would be different, because
if you had normal Overhaul, it would probably be a lot easier. But, yeah, I think Rhett kind of takes the cake on this one. Yeah.
Rhett literally got the ultimate forfeit quirk guy.
Yeah, really.
I think you definitely could have argued that he could have won.
No, you really couldn't have, because if he's literally just a torso.
I mean, yeah. Okay, well.
All right, well let's do one more then.
Go for it.
This is the tiebreaker, folks.
He has there's one character he can get. There's one character he can get.
No, I'm forfeiting this one already. This is bullshit.
Wait, hold on. There's one person you can get, though. You could get All Might.
I'm not.
I don't know, man.
If I literally get everybody...
You got 0.
Yeah, no, GG.
Alright.
That is, wow.
Start the timer?
Wow.
Okay.
Don't do that. No.
Alright, yeah, you're right. I want to do one more. Where we can actually debate. Okay, so, all for one wins.
Okay.
5-4.
Okay.
Of course that's all for one, oh my lord. Luckiest man.
Alright, Ryukyu.
Ryukyu.
Jiro wins. Jiro solos. Jiro's triple S tier. Alright, so I got Ryukyu. That's pretty good. I want you to get Mirko. That'd be pretty cool.
High end.
giant Nomu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Jesus. Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me get my timer. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, High End is incredibly strong to the point where he's able to toss around Endeavor.
Yeah.
But Endeavor is nothing compared to strength to Ryukyu, who was able to casually hold the super fucking strong Chiya Hisaikai guy. And then even who she was also able to toss around those two kaiju in when we first saw her working with Tsuyu and Uraraka. So, and High End being able to fly, High End is faster, but Ryukyu having dragon scales, I imagine her durability is incredibly high. So, her size, her strength, and her ability to catch up, and her ability to meet him in the air, while she can't necessarily, while she doesn't have, like, say, a fire quirk, we know that Hood's weak spot is his head. So all she has to do is just get a good, nice shot, or even just bite his head off, like through, and she wins.
See, the thing I would have to disagree with you, though, I will say that she is more than likely stronger than the High End, which, considering that the High End's thing is not strength, I definitely would disagree in the sense I think that he is a lot faster. This is a creature that was able to outpace and even at the very least keep up with Endeavor, which is something that Hawks even had stated, the incredible speed of the High End Nomu. Now, even if we are going to put them on the same playing field in terms of speed, I would say that he is a lot more agile, and not to mention the multiple quirks that he has, including muscle augmentation, which is able to augment the muscle fibers in his body, which can increase not only his power and his strength, but his speed as well. He has a regeneration quirk. He has shoulder-mounted jets, which allows him to not only have more speed but can be in the air. He has his power quirk, which allows him and his body to contain and unleash powerful physical attacks and increase his strength. And he has his transforming arms, which allow him to shapeshift, and that can also be elastic and can even turn them themselves into wings to make him even more agile and faster. So I think it ultimately comes down to, even though he cannot contend in strength, he has a lot more speed, agility, and versatility when it comes to his quirk. And you could even make the argument that he is a lot more durable, considering that he was able to take, even though it was a weakened version, but it was still a prominence burn from Endeavor, which is something that I do not think that she could take.
Hey.
All she has to do is just chew up his head, and he's gone.
Do you think she's fast enough to do that, or even able to get a grasp on him?
And that is...
I think she can restrain him if she gets her hand on him.
Nah.
That's time.
He's stronger.
This is tricky, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Gabe on this one, because Ryukyu is not fast enough. She's not fast enough to catch him, I don't think. I don't think she'd be fast enough to catch the Nomu. Because he's right, Hawks says that it was incredibly fast. It was, yeah. Exactly, the chat could not have said it better. She's bae, but she loses this one. I don't think that she could have beat the Nomu.
Yeah, that was a losing fight there.
That really was. Okay, that puts both of you at another tie. That puts Brett.
Can we do one more as a tiebreaker for tonight?
Maybe.
Brett's going.
Just spin the wheel and see who we would get.
Okay, let's see. Oh, Brett gets 13. Okay.
I can live with that. Pretty good.
I got spoiled on a face reveal for 13.
Oh shit.
And
Jesus.
Huh.
Who did I get?
Juzo.
Juzo. Oh, wow.
Monkey Teeth dude. I don't know anything about him because he's in season 5.
Oh, shit.
Gabe, you want to start for this one?
Oh, wait. Is it safe for us to talk about this because of her?
Dude, I've been spoiled on so much
Well,
shit.
she
Oh my
already
God,
should
I
know
need to
Juzo's
spoil
quirk.
them.
You see it in season 2.
Guys, I seriously have been spoiled for so much for an MHA. I just don't care at this point. Go ahead. I've been spoiled for some like current manga stuff. So at this point, screw it. Spoil me for season 5.
Okay. Got it.
All right, let me get my stuff going.
Uraraka does a
3,
drug bust.
2,
Spoiler.
1, go.
You want to go?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll start off with the last one. So I would say the first thing that, because we all know what 13 can do is, or her, I don't remember what, her quirk is that she has the ability, she essentially is a black hole, and she can do it, multiple fingers can do a black hole. But I think you could argue that 13 does not have a comparable speed to Juzo, considering that she was not able to react fast enough to Kurogiri. But I think the biggest thing is that Juzo, with his quirk, he has the ability to turn literally anything into liquid. And we've seen how well he's been able to swim literally underground. And not only can he maneuver around when he has the ground liquefied, but he can make the ground liquefied for her. He can literally trap her in the ground. And she doesn't necessarily have anything to allow her to escape, unless she were to be able to suck up the ground. But even then, Juzo can literally use anything, and it doesn't seem like the ground is going to run out anytime soon. And I can also bet you that she only can suck up so many things. So my argument is that I think that he is a lot, because he can completely change the terrain to be able to benefit him and give him the advantage. That gives him the speed and agility, and I think that he could restrain her and completely turn the tide into his favor and give him the advantage 100% of the fight.
All right. I'd have to disagree in that he has speed on his side here, because he is not faster than light, and so he gets sucked up by the black hole. The only reason Kurogiri was able to do his thing is because teleportation is instant. It's faster than light.
I don't think you realize it takes time for you to go into the black holes, right? It takes time for you to get sucked up. We saw that.
He's not gonna be able to swim through the suction just because the water. He's not like Lemillion, where he gets propelled.
Yes, but just because she opens up her suctions.
Hey, Gabe, it's my turn to talk. Gabe, it's my turn to talk.
No, it's an argument. It's a discussion. This is like.
No. See, I let you talk, and I could have rebutted your points that you were making while you were talking, but it's my turn, and so I bring up my points. That's how it works. See, that's why there's an advantage to going second, because you can rebuttal. Anyways, so not only is she a pro hero with significantly more experience, but what is he gonna do? Like, sure, the ground is mud, but black holes don't discriminate. They're gonna suck up literally everything. If he's in the area, he's getting sucked up. And if she's trying to suck him up, like, because she was absolutely holding back during the whole teachers versus students.
3 minutes.
It's a freaking black hole. So as she says,
Time's up.
well, excuse me, sir, you talked during my thing. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time
you ever
here.
seen presidential debates? Once the time's up, though.
It starts breaking down at a molecular level the closer it gets to her, because it is in fact a black hole. And yeah, there's no she has demonstrated no limit to her sucking ability, so I have no idea where that came from you.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything, but I can assume that there is a limit to it.
I wouldn't make that assumption.
Considering that the majority of quirks have a limit or some kind of drawback, I would disagree.
The drawback is that she has to wear a fucking spacesuit.
Yeah, the drawback is that she looks like the Marshmallow Man.
We don't know the reason behind that, though.
She's like the Michelin Man.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily safe to say that because that all quirks have a drawback, hers must be that she can't suck
No,
up
that's
everything.
No, that's not my thing. My thing is that I'm saying she has to have a drawback. But you're just assuming, oh, he touches the floor, it's just the ground. We've seen him use it on multiple things other than just the ground, and he can turn other things into mud as well.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he turns to mud. She sucks it up. That's game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Bro, how many times did Rhett get a pro hero against a student? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
she could just suck everything up. Like I don't think that he could create liquid and swim away faster than she could suck it. So I'm gonna have to go with Rhett on this one. You're right though, you did kind of get done dirty with the fact that you had to do a pro hero against a student. Again.
Nah, Juzo's really good though.
Are you
Juzo is
serious?
very
You should definitely catch up on season 5. Juzo's like
Okay.
we put Juzo at number 1 for class 1B.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I should watch season 5. I need to get caught up.
Bro, why did I have
Maybe
to
I
keep getting
should-
all students? This is bull.
Yeah, you do get a lot of students. That's gotten a lot.
Oh my god. Rhett literally got all for one. I saw a gang one, a headshot.
Yeah, it's
I got a fucking Sato,
Rick.
So, if we were to do the next debate, I got Compress, and you got... Ooh, Nejire. Are you up to do this one, Gabe?
No. Oh my god, really? I get another fucking student? Ah.
She's one of the big 3! My god! Would you be like, oh damn, I got fucking Mirio, this is
I
bun.
haven't gotten a single pro hero. You've gotten almost all pro heroes.
Yeah, but didn't you get both Nomu's, Gabe?
Yes, I did. But Rhett got all for one, so...
True. Well,
Could be
that
worse.
was Like
Could-
there was no point of putting All for One and All Might in there.
Yes, there is!
Yeah, only for the situation of who would win, All Might or between All Might and All for One. There's no reason at all to have them in there, because if you have All Might or All for One go up against anybody else that is not All Might or All for One, they win.
You could make an argument for other characters.
No, you can't. You couldn't even make an argument for anyone.
Kurogiri.
The second song-
Kurogiri warps him into space. BFR.
I guarantee. No.
well, here's the thing. If we're going based on, like, current MHA, isn't All Might's power basically, like, Gonzo?
Well, I'm pretty sure I have All Might and Prime All Might in here.
Oh, okay.
I think at least. No, I guess I just have All Might.
All Might currently.
Yeah, what about All Might versus Aizawa? Boom.
Ooh, that would be a fun one.
There's not really a good counter against All for One except for maybe Aizawa.
Yeah. Which that one's, yeah.
So 2 people.
Yeah, and guess what? You could have gotten him, and then you know what? You would have been like, ha,
I think
I
it
got
would've
All
been-
for One. That's
Well,
what you
yeah,
would have been like.
Anybody would have been like that, but it wouldn't have been fair. It would have been easier if you hadn't put them in.
Gabe,
It's water under the
having
water under the
native
bridge.
fight Sato is just as unfair as having All for One fight Gran Torino.
Does Sato actually Native actually have a quirk?
I don't know.
Okay. See, that's like Midnight Fighting Spinner. Like, it's like putting Spinner against Native. Spinner has a sword, Native has an axe. Like, really?
I'm sorry that you're upset that I put the strongest characters in this random.
I'm sorry. No,
fight
I'm
generator.
Sorry that I got busted.
You got busted. Oh, USJ Nomu and high end. Fucking
did get
busted.
Yeah, you got All for One. That was literally a automatic win.
Not necessarily. Like I said,
Yes, it
not
was.
not necessarily. Not against All Might or Aizawa. It's all about the luck of the draw.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's how the wheel works. And you could have gotten Sliding God and OHKO'd him. He also had Kaiju Overhaul. Yeah.
You got Aizawa though.
And Gabe, I actually don't think Aizawa could turn his body off. That was just the argument. Yeah, because I was trying to win the fucking argument, Gabe. You could have tried to dispute that.
Well, no, because I didn't know if that's how that worked or not.
And that's why I won.
Kill yourself. Jesus.
It's not about, yeah, it's
That's
about your
gonna be it.
argumentation.
No, that's gonna be it.
It's just gotten very bitter.
Yes, it has.
The vibe has gone bad.
Joe would be the same way too. You know Joe would be the same way. Oh,
The music in the background is very good. Though I must say, there was at one point. Have you ever seen that video of? Is it like the ferret walking, where it's just the 3D model of ferret walking
Yep.
with music in the background? That song was playing at one point, and I was struggling so hard to actually pay attention to what you guys were saying because I was thinking of the freaking ferret walking. Like, I don't know why, but my brain just turns off when I hear that sound.
The ferret noise.
The ferret sound, as soon as that song comes on, it is no thoughts, only ferret.
Well, what did you guys comment or viewers chat? What do you guys think of the battle wheel? So far, I'm very much enjoying this. I love this thing.
It's been pretty fun to moderate.
Mm-hmm. I would love to do, and maybe as shows go on, and as like, I can add other characters that aren't just from My Hero Academia, and maybe stuff that isn't just stuff that we've reacted to.
Okay. Okay, have you guys watched any more Death Note? This is really random, but this just popped in my head. Have you seen any more Death Note?
We have, not sent,
Okay,
not in a while, just because of stuff, but we have watched more than is out.
What episode are you on? Remind me.
What is it? 19?
Do
20?
you remember what happened in the episode?
Oh Jesus!
I actually don't. You put me on blast here.
Oh gosh.
I
Oh
don't.
dear. Because there is an episode that I know you guys are approaching very quickly. That, if possible at all, I would want to be there when you watched it.
Yeah.
So-
Location wheel would be a nice addition. I would do that, yeah. Shirokuma versus a building. Sorry to interrupt, but Shirokuma versus a building. That's fucking gold. But anyways, yeah, so one of the struggles is, with, like, Death Note, Black Clover, and, well, Death Note and Haikyuu reactions, is, whether or not we'll be able to get Joe on. So, if you want to be our Joe substitute, if you want to be our Joe substitute for Death Note, that's
Me?
more, yeah.
I mean, anytime that you want me to react to Death Note, you just tell me.
Joe has
Because-
told us that he is supposedly too busy to shit this semester between classes and frat stuff.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me because fraternity stuff does get super busy.
And then
we get
Gabe and I
a
are just gonna
hard-ass
have to do
major.
Black Clover ourselves.
But yeah, anytime you want a third person for Death Note, I'm serious, just anytime.
No, yeah.
Because, especially heading into like the later parts of the show, I actually have not. I've only rewatched the like first half of the show. So the second half of the show would be interesting for me to react to again because I don't remember shit about it.
Could we
So-
get a face reveal for the final?
Depends. I don't know. Let's see how my self-confidence is feeling then. It's gonna be a hot minute before I'm ready to do something like that, probably.
I'm just saying, you are the fan favorite of the Custodians by like a significant margin.
Apparently, which by the way, y'all, thanks for that. Was not expecting it. Didn't know about it until I watched the what do they call it? The cutscenes?
The Custies.
The Custodians. Yeah, didn't know about that until I watched it. Yeah, so I don't know. That would be something I'd have to consider. Yes, exactly. Thank you, chat. Exactly. But yeah, I don't remember anything about the second half except for the ending. I remember the ending, nothing else about it.
And
So,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
and go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Cookie. So I was actually thinking, I might kind of blitz Gabe through Naruto. Maybe react to some of the big highlight moments, because I've seen Naruto. And if Joe's not going to be able to help, then that would come along for that. Then it would just be Gabe and I, and it would really only be one person who doesn't know what's going on. So I might blitz him through that, and then get us to Shippuden, which both of us haven't seen. So that might be something we can do to try and get that chapter going along. But I'm definitely going to want to finish, say, Death Note before we start working on Naruto again.
Yeah. I'm very eager for you guys to watch Death Note, and I'm not joking. Anytime, I will literally put other stuff on hold to watch that with you guys.
Thank you.
Because there's something very big coming up that I'm very excited for you guys to see. So I'm just very eager. I'm so glad. I know that everybody else is sad that you're behind on Death Note, but I'm so glad you are, because that means I might actually get to be present as the show continues, which is super exciting on me.
I mean, it was the show that won our Anime of the Year.
Yeah, I fucking love Death Note.
It's so good.
So good. Every poll that you put up on the channel, I voted Death Note on almost all of it, except for maybe the anime opening one, because I like Attack on Titan's anime opening.
Based.
Yeah, but I'm a big Death Note fan. Everything about it. So literally anytime you want me to help with that, holy shit, just call.
All right. Well, Gabe, you can go now if you want.
Yeah, this is gonna be it for me.
All right.
I did have one more thing kind of planned.
Bye,
But
everybody. Bye.
oh, the second Death Note opening, fucking a banger, absolutely a banger.
Oh, it's an absolute banger. I can't wait for you to post that so I can see your reaction to it again.
I'll start working on that after I'm done with this thing over here. Which I'm not going to tell you guys because it's a surprise. Yeah, I'll get working on that. The thing is, though, you may not be 100% satisfied with our reaction to the second Death Note opening. I'm talking to chat because I'm pretty sure you were there for that. Because we kind of heard it before. We didn't know what it was from, but we had heard it before.
They'd heard it before. I was genuinely shocked because I was expecting a completely different reaction, but they knew exactly what it was. They were very familiar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It was a surprise to me as well.
And you know what? I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
All right.
Yep. So, but thank you so much for watching. And having a stream like this setup is a little different than we were last time. But honestly, I think I prefer it this way. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We've been the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
I'm Leah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're going.
And make sure that if you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. If you are, obviously you're still here, but this is going to be posted to YouTube if you weren't able to catch the whole thing. Actually, it's going to be posted the moment I hit end stream. But ooh, yeah, got to work off that vaccine pain. You go do